been stiff. And timer is, wait, where did the timer go? There you go. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to another installment of appabend's meme stream. It has been a pleasure to joining in with you guys for another installment of appabend's brand new meme stream. Actually, not exactly brand new, but it is a new week, and there are so many hooplas to discuss, so many hooplas to talk about, ranging from very funny to very depressing, the usual flavors. And as usual, we're gonna spend the first 1 hour and 11 minutes of the stream chatting about stuff, talking about stuff, before we actually get into the good stuff, before we actually get into all the hooplas and all the discussions and everything like that. So, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing very well. What you guys have been watching, what you guys have been listening to, what you guys have been playing, what you guys have been doing for the past week. Let me know in the chat. We're gonna have a bit of a discussion. We're gonna have a bit of chat for the first 1 hour, 11 minutes of the stream. See the timer right there. And talk about stuff, random stuff, before we get into the good stuff, before we get into the memes and everything like that. Me personally, what have I been up to? Well, nothing much really. I've been just playing video games. I've been mostly just working on my paper, doing interviews. We're working on a transcript at the moment. I haven't finished it, but I'll be doing it in a bit. And also, I've been playing a couple of the games. The games that I've been playing, nothing new really much. I really do want to play Ghost of Tsushima. I haven't bought it, haven't purchased it, haven't had the time to actually get it. We'll probably get it in the future, in some time. Depends. But I've seen the reviews of the game. People really loved it. Apparently, it's really good. So, hey, why not? Might as well try to get into it and try to do a bit of a review on it. And if the game's fun, so might as well get to it. Haven't played it though. I've heard good things about the game. But aside from that, I've been mostly playing. I've been wanting to play Nier Automata again and do a video on it sometime in the future, because I do want to do a deep dive in why I absolutely love the game, and probably do a bit of a 100% or at least 80 to 90% completion of the game. Try to finish most of the side quests and most of the other objectives that the game has. Because I've only finished the game once a while ago, but never actually finished it again. Probably gonna need to do that, and it's not even 100 to 100% completion. I haven't gotten all the endings. So, yeah, might as well do that. Maybe that for a homework, a project that I have been on a back burner in the future. But other than that, there's the paper as well, and yeah, mostly just that. What about you guys? What are you guys up to? Let's get to the chat here. Hello everybody, how are you guys doing? I'm doing very well. Thank you very much for asking. Hell yeah. I hope Ghost of Tsushima is good, because Amazon still hasn't shipped mine. Based on the current estimates, won't for at least 2 weeks. Oof. Jeez. Appa, we do an uncap on Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, not an uncap, but do a review, the usual review that I usually do, that not in an uncapped manner, but just reviews. And I'll probably do it if I get some time to actually buy the game and play the game. But I got that. And then there's also Xenoblade Chronicles that I haven't finished, but my sister borrows the Switch all the freaking time, so I did have a chance to play the game. It's been a while. Gonna need to play the game again. Then there's that. But my PS4 is still staying there. It's still gathering dust, because it practically has nothing to do, as my brother mostly plays the PC. I mostly plays the PC. So my sister mostly plays the Switch, because the Stardew Valley is in this Stardew Valley is in Switch. So yeah. Wrong picture, Appa. I'm sorry about that. Sorry about that. I forgot to configure a couple of settings before the stream, but then again, at least I managed to cut that on early. Don't know, I'm watching a guy's stream, but I'm waiting for it to arrive. Yes, the Windows sound. Can't wait for Appa to get the Sim Simulator. I saw that. That is really interesting. There's a trailer for a game called Gamer Girl. It is an FMV game where you play as a Twitch moderator. No, I'm not kidding. You play as a chat moderator for a Twitch girl. I am not kidding. I am 100% serious. You play as a chat moderator for some Twitch thought. And you just roleplay as that. And I'm like, who thought that this game was a good idea? And then apparently, the developers made the game for female empowerment, quote unquote. And I'm sitting here thinking, how can you make a game about female empowerment when you are role playing as a Twitch moderator? Like the absolute epitome of a simp. What? That's gonna be a doozy. Let's just say that. And I probably will or will not get get the game, but apparently your choices matter, quote unquote, in the game. But yeah, there was that. I'm probably not gonna be good. Yeah, this new microphone had some audio glitching, and you're gonna notice some audio glitching as we get through the stream. It's gonna be either big audio glitching or small audio glitching, because this is the brand new microphone, the brand new $43 microphone that I got. Yeah, this microphone costs $43, and I'm like, are you serious? That I'm intrigued. Okay, that it can't be that bad. I went on to buy this microphone because, okay, first off, it kind of looks pretty cool. I do like the aesthetic of the microphone. I do like how it looks. And second of all, $43. I mean, $43 including shipping. Why the fuck not? Might as well throw my money away on there. And I bought it, and it's fine. It's a nice entry level microphone that has a pretty durable stand. This stand is pretty freaking durable. This is one very powerful stand. I could throw this to somebody. They probably get knocked out. And yeah, at least I got one more microphone to my arsenal in case mine gets broken or something along those lines. 6760 donated to $1. They unintentionally made a video game adaptation of Perfect Blue. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Poor Will Smith. Yeah, we'll get to Will Smith in a bit in the hooplas, or at least some parts of the hoopla on Will Smith, because apparently in the news, from what we're hearing, is Will Smith got cucked by by his own wife. That's kind of sad. It's just the saddest freaking thing. I mean, how much of a thought that you have to be that you have to cuck Will Smith of all people? I mean, it's Will freaking Smith. Why would you cuck Will Smith? Why would you cheat on Will Smith? If a lot of people want to be with Will Smith, even the guys want to be with Will Smith, and you freaking cheat on him, that's just... But Star Souls at the Steam summer sales at last. Also completed watching all the episodes of the Venture Brothers, at least damn good show. Every time someone tells you to watch or read something, you should put it in a watch list. Maybe not. Because I tried reading Tsukihime a while ago, and people tell me to read it, and I'm like, it doesn't really caught my interest. Like, my expectation to Tsukihime, I went in expecting Fate, and I got Twilight instead. Had to refresh on my end since it wasn't coming up. I'm good now, though. What happened with Will Smith? Suplas, let's just say that. What's this week's Supla? Yeah, a bunch of stuff, including that Will Smith thing. Hello, Appa. Ishtar Cup is starting well. Hey, Appa, I want to apologize for not making fan art this week. I went out of ideas. You can probably do a fan art of me doing the Joker, of me in the Joker makeup, or any sort of doing the society thingy, or me smiling. We need more of those. I could, for some reason, it's so hard to find the picture anime girls doing the Joker smile or something along those lines. For some reason, it's really hard to find. I've only found some of them, even though I've seen quite a lot of them on the internet. Or maybe that's just my feeling. Or maybe I've seen it too much of it. I just got Bubblegum Crisis in the mail today. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow after work. Cool. Normies drink coffee, real men drink tea. I heard more and more people are getting tired of Corona and are starting to no longer wear masks and want a normal life. Also, Japan continues to roast Twitter. What are some good hentai sites? I only use the general stuff. Just use the general and hentai, and occasionally rule34.xxx, but aside from that, no clues. Been replaying Fire Emblem Heroes of Light and Shadow, and I just got Dragon Ball Fighters. Start playing Ark, and it's been pretty fun. Also still playing Final Fantasy VII, been farming stat boosting items. Have you seen the Gamer Girl trailer? Yep. Hey Appa, got into computer archaeology today. I'm getting into some IBM PS2 luggables backup. Cool. A P70 in Intel 386 and P75 in Intel 486. I'll try to put a waifu in these orange plasma. Those are ancient, fam. Well, finally start streaming again. I just finished rewatching Little Witch Academia with my stream with English dubs. At least it wasn't as bad as the first of us. I love you doing a series of all Yoko Taro games. Well, I could if I can play all of them. The problem is some of them are not on PC. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV lately, plus Monsters Hunter World. Did you see the Chris Ray Gun versus Nicholas Diorio drama? Which drama? I'm not familiar. I know both of those, but I know both of those people, but I don't know what kind of drama they got involved in. Also, hey Meatballs, Yokotaro is better than Picotaro. I've been working on some avatars or PNGs for my very first hentai game. When you collect fairy tale girls for your book harem, I almost finished Alice. That kind of sounds like Helltaker, except, well, fairy tale girls. Drawing my own manga series for fun. Are you going to talk about the guy who single-handedly review bomb a game for his waifu? That sounds like a wild story. I don't know. I'm not familiar with that one. Just being a code monkey for some dollary dues. Cool. Let's review it on Neo 2 or not Neo 2. Actually, Neo 2 is also one of the games that I really, really want to play, but it's on PS4. I mean, Neo 1 is on PC, and I'm expecting Koei Tecmo going to be released the PC version anytime soon, the complete edition of Neo 2. And I want to play that because people say that Neo 2 was really good. And as for Ghost of Tsushima, I mean, it's a PS4 exclusive. It's gonna be a PS4 exclusive, so might as well get it on PS4. That's the only place, or at least until a couple of years later, then Ghost of Tsushima get into PC, just like the same way that Horizon Zero Dawn did. So, greetings, fellow salt mines. How are you doing? When the HSX end? Hunter x Hunter still going. Happy about I finished the first season of Fooly Cooly and I enjoyed it. Heard progressive and alternative aren't as good, but I'll see it for myself. Also been playing Crash Insane Trilogy on Switch. Cool. If you're doing podcasts, what topic you should cover and who will be guests, if any? The thing about me doing podcasts is that I'm not the kind of guy who I'm just not the kind of guy who's like very good at doing podcasts in general. I'd probably be a guest on somebody else's podcast, but would I start a podcast in and of itself? Probably not. I mean, this kind of technically counts as a podcast. It is a stream of the dumbest shit, but if you can kind of enjoy it as a podcast, or at least the first hour, yeah, let's see. Grab and Chill donated $5. Thank you so much. This year is crazy enough as if it were, but now we learn Will Smith got cocked. It's rewind time. Seriously, this microphone has been bothering me. Look, see, hear that audio distortion? I have no idea what caused that audio distortion. It just random. It pops completely out of nowhere, and eventually it just withers away. Like, just like that. I have no idea what caused it. If you guys are experts in audio mixing, whatever, I know it's a USB microphone. I know it's a $43 USB microphone. I mean, I don't know what to expect. It's to be expected, but still, I really want to know the pinpoint of this issue. I'm trying to find the phrase for the word. I just couldn't find it. Anyway, thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Yeah. Discord be like, it's a good day to not be dead. You sounded different last video. Are you sick? No, it's a different microphone. It doesn't sound... I don't sound sick. It's just a different microphone, although my neck does hurt. It's a bit stiff. Also, the COVID cases are starting to get dumb. They say that a guy who died in a motorcycle accident was due to COVID in Florida. I mean, Florida COVID cases in general are spiking, at least the last time I checked. That sounds like memes waiting to happen. As a Fernoid, this is the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Ah, yes, Gamer Girl. The one that might take the crown of one very angry lesbian trademark. God, I hate simping. I got Summer Frankenstein while trying to get event C's. I swear my Moriarty jacked my gotcha to his daddy fetishes. Also, I heard that masks don't really help you. They make you more sick. But what do I care for this crazy world? I just stick at being home enjoying anime. Well, good for you. Have you played Divinity Original Sin 2? Yes, I've played Divinity Original Sin 2. It's one of my favorite games of 2017. I love that game. That game is freaking amazing. Loved it. Yeah, it's great. Amazing game. The first one, I haven't finished it, but I went pretty far in the game. But Divinity Original Sin 2, holy shit. Fucking love that shit. That game is amazing. Great game. Also, just beat DMC5 on Human. Cool. This is my first meme stream. Well, welcome to your first meme stream. That Gamer Girl game is so ridiculous. I actually want to see how it fully goes. I've been watching the JoJo Part 2 anime through episodes 15 to 20, and during it, I almost cried to the death of a certain character. Yes. Which I knew it will happen, but still surprised. The way they did the death of that character in JoJo Part 2 is very, very good. I really legitimately thought, hey, this moment is actually pretty freaking sad. Appa has a very powerful stand confirm. Bought Far Cry 2 and got Watch Dogs 2 for free. Why do people hate the game? It's good upgrade over the first game with characters I actually like. Watch Dogs 2, I think I mentioned about this. I finished Watch Dogs 2. Watch Dogs 2, I didn't get it for free. I bought it a while ago. I finished the game, and the problem with the game is that the characters are likable, yes. The characters are infinitely likable. It's just that the story just flat. It's very flat. There's no sense of tension rising. There's no sense that shit has gone down. It just flat, and then just a bit of spike occasionally, and then just flats. And there's a depth of a certain character in the game that the game does it very, very poorly, and it is completely off tone with what the game is trying to, the overall tone of the game, what the overall tone of the game is trying to convey. That depth of the character is so out of place and could have been done a lot better. But aside from that, the game is just another typical Ubisoft sandbox. It's definitely better than the first game, but I thought the story could have been so much better. Hey Appa, I wouldn't mind pirating at some point, but I am nervous of possibly getting into trouble since it's against the law. Any ideas? Use a VPN. One, use a VPN. And two, if you're in a country, I've had people who DM me personally that if they torrent something in America, they're going to have their ISPs come after them and tell them, hey, if you're going to torrent this, we're going to warn you, and if you keep on torrenting this file, we're going to straight up cut off your internet. Use a VPN. Make sure that your ISPs don't catch you. At least that's the least you can do. Don't use the free ones though. They're shit. Why do people like to suck the dick of shitty normie YouTubers who don't put any effort into their content, like Pyrocynical, Penguins Zero, Elvis the Alien, and their countless ripoffs? Okay. First off, slow the fuck down. People to suck dick of shitty normie YouTubers who don't put any effort to their content. Okay, Pyrocynical don't put any effort to his content. Excuse me, have you seen the way he edits his videos? He clearly puts effort on his content. Although Penguin Zero, that's Moist Critical. I can understand why, but Moist Critical, I mean, he has charisma. He has a certain way to invite people, even though he's just what's up everybody, it's Moist Critical, or something along those lines. He's so monotonous, but his monotony is like one of his charisma, and I like that sort of part of him. As for Elvis the Alien, he mostly posts movie reviews these days, and it's funny, it's interesting, and it's not the worst thing ever. So I don't know, I guess that's just your opinion. I enjoy all of these people's content. Welcome to the stream. Have a nice time, and if you want some numbers, I have a good Dojin Yaoi, Astolfo, and Charlemagne from Fate. What's up? Jojo Part 2 is awesome. That's why he's a prince and not a king. When it's rewind time, but you can't rewind your wife cheating. Ooh. Will Smith is awesome. He hasn't been prince since the 90s. Thanks for the warm welcome, everyone. I'll enjoy this. Will Smith to NTR. Ah, that's not hot. Will you talk about the light novel Armageddon Hoopla on Amazon? See my previous video. That's where I talk about that. In case you missed that. His music name is Big Will now. Appa flexing. Behold my quality stand. What's the deal with Amazon last few days? I kind of lost and too busy to read the news. See my previous video. Why are people missing my previous video? That's where I talk about it. I love you. Okay. Just finished playing Bioshock series. Just wondering, what will Andrew Ryan do if he know about social media like Twitter? He's probably gonna promote capitalism every single time, and every single person who just says who is pro-communist in the Twitter timeline, which is quite a lot of people, Andrew Ryan's gonna go, no, communism is shit and everything like that. Which, I mean, he's not wrong, but okay. Coffee's for the normies, teas for real men, Doc Dynamite is for the true intellectuals, Starberry Soda is what gamers drink when they can't have Doc Dynamite. Okay. Hello, Appa in chat. Hello. Redditors equals Twitter, users equals YouTube comment section. Search anime girl smiling, just kept finding Mega Milk memes. No, it's I think it was what you should be Googling is anime Joker face or something along those lines. But what I get instead is Persona 5 Joker instead of the Joker. Tease the drink of the gods. Anyone notice Discord going down? Also, I've been coming back to play Mega Man 10 and Mega Man X Dive because I can now play it on BlueStacks. Cool. Playing this game on my phone make it unstable. You should check out Midnight Club 3. I fucking love Midnight Club 3. It is one of the great, it's an amazing freaking driving game. I love that driving game. So many customizations. The fact that you can ride a motorcycle in it is pretty freaking cool as well. So many cities to go to in that game. I love Midnight Club 3. Great freaking racing game. I love it. Love it. Played it a while ago, and while ago, back in the day, back when I still had a PS2, and probably gonna replay it again because that game is fucking amazing. Next to Burnout 3, I fucking love that game as a racing game. So, auto scroll. Remember when I asked if you could appear in an Easter egg? When playing an itch.io game, if you see a blue cap next to a recording setup, you'll have found it. Huh. Cool. X hentai is quite good, but comments can get quite annoying and getting access is a bit complicated. X hentai, my problem with X hentai is the fact that the UI is shit. One, the UI is shit, and two, I just cannot figure out a way to filter. It's just filtering things out in general is just bad. At least with N hentai, you can in hentai, a bit of a tip you can do in N hentai, right? You can type in whatever things you look for, and then if you want to discredit a certain tag, like for example, if you don't want to have NTR on it, you can just type in -NTR, and it will pretty much remove all search of NTR straight up on your search, which is pretty freaking cool on hentai. And you can do that to all sorts of keywords. X hentai can only do so much, and the filtering is just trash with X hentai. Drakengard is underrated in every way. I think Tsukihime is pretty good, especially the last 3 route, but it's not for you. It's not for you. No, I haven't played it I haven't played it to make a complete judgment on what the story is, but from what I've been playing, I'm expecting Fate, but I got Twilight instead. I need to finish it. But I have a bunch of other games to finish. Pito from Hunter x Hunter should look out for Shane Dawson. They are both a cat and are the rage. I only drink the blood of my enemy and pineapple juice sometimes. Wait, that's old. Now I'm just listing some lesser known anime to check out. What should I add, everyone? Hunter x Hunter is better than JoJo. Well, I haven't seen Hunter x Hunter, and I'm not really that much of a JoJo fan. So I hope the simp game will eventually get tame multiplayer so we can have the Mr. MVP simp meme. I only drink holy water or vanilla coke. What's the story of review bomb a game because of waifu wasn't covered? If it was I, the Somnium Files, was that I, the Somnium Files? Because I do remember that story with the I, the Somnium Files of a guy review bombing because of the waifu, but that was a while ago. That was old. But aside from that, not really. You are early, good man Appa. I've always been early. Always has been. Wait, Appa is early? Always has been. Why are there so many Joker ripoffs in media? Depends on what you mean is a ripoff. He covered a review bombing in a video last year. Bad Simping was it called. Oh yeah, that one. How can I forget that video? But that was for those. I thought there are new people who simp for a waifu in a video game so much that they review bomb a game. I thought there's a new case. But for that particular one, I did cover it in the video. So, been playing Fate Extella around 3/4 of the Tanama route. I understand why Nero is popular. Played any of the front mission game? I think it was the 5th one. I forgot. I don't know. I can't recall. Only briefly, though, at my friend's house. Personally, I managed to start my winter vacation fully after completing my studies with 10s all around, and I'm now invested in both Melty Blood and Dumbs Fighting Herds. Cool. Let's see. I've been watching Legion. It's really great. Although the end of the 2nd season is bad, the show's worth watching. Let's review bomb all the hentai games on Epic, like on Steam. Oh, wait. There's no hentai game on Epic. It's Monica trying to burst out of your microphone. Good morning, Appa. Weebs rise up. It is the podcast that the Borealis scene. Sly reminds me of Sleepycast. Honestly, it's been a wacky year to graduate, but the memes have been good, so it's kind of worth it. Maybe it's the connection of the USB. I have the same issue. My solution was cleaning with isopropyl alcohol and a Q-tip. Which part? The Type C part? That's... Did somebody say weeboo? Grabs pedal, because I heard somebody say weeboo. Brazil is catching up the race for America in sickness. Did I hear a heavy is dead reference? I guess 2020 can be summed up as, well, this is idiotic. Off to hang myself. Watching look. What's your opinion on Jack Sate? Not a fan. My brother told me his opinions can be quite questionable. Well, trust your brother. JoJo Part 4 is best always. Well, it doesn't got anime at least for now. Cars versus Yuppie, Hunter x Hunter. Well, I'm not familiar with Hunter x Hunter, so I can't really say. Vocal percussion is a whole other level coming from my mind. Watch Dogges 2 is Mimi as fuck. Truly, Bolsonaro is an example of a great nation. Please come to Brazil, please. Every modern Ubisoft game is a bland and boring story. Would you agree that JoJo Part 2 is bad at handling tone? I think it's fine personally. Not really. I think JoJo Part 2 is fine for the most part. It manages to keep a consistent, fun-ass tone, but it's dramatic when it needs to be dramatic. But the thing about JoJo Part 1 and JoJo Part 2 is the fact that, especially when you watch it on dub, because I watch it on dub, because watching it on dub makes it feels like a 50s like a 50s film, which is kind of interesting, which is kind of cool. But watching it on the Japanese dub makes it feel like an anime, but watching it in an English dub makes it feel like a 50s film with all of these announcements and everything like that. And that, or a radio show. And that kind of vibe that I got from JoJo Part 1 and 2 makes it feel a lot more unique, at least compared to the other JoJo's, where I just watch it on a Japanese dub. And ever since then, it just felt like an anime. And how good is the Chimera arc? Which Chimera arc it when? At what anime? What story? God, I've always known why memes about Brazil is so hollow. Cars is almost unbeatable. Personas are the Chuny versions of stands. Chuny versions of stands. Well, considering that personas only exist in the metaverse, I suppose I can say that that is kind of true. I spent a whole ass day just to use 7th Heaven mod loader that hate pirated copies on a pirated copy of Final Fantasy VII just to flex, but then mod crash was still worth it. Ugh. Nice microphone, Appa. This microphone is gonna have issues, so this microphone is gonna have some digital distortion on it, but I do like the look of it. I do like the sound of it as well. Or at least the sound is fine for a $43 microphone at least. Have you seen Fat Cry 3? What about Fat Cry 3? Hold up, Papa Pyro. Torrenting in Germany will get you fucked by lawyers. Penguin Zero tends to be pretty rational based on what I've seen. Yeah, he is a lot of times very rational, at least on his vlogs. He does a lot of crazy stuff, which I don't really watch, but his takes on a lot of things are pretty reasonable, and I do really like his takes on a lot of things, so... Voice Critical needs no editing. I'll only watch Pyro once he puts out Pete's Cop 2. Oh, Fat Cry 3, that's the Pyro video of Fat Cry 3. Yes, in that case, I have seen it. It's pretty good. I really like it. Also, his Condemned Criminal Origins video, fucking excellent. Love that video. It's great. His Hunt Down the Freeman video is amazing, especially the fact that he got involved in the production, in the freaking creation of Hunt Down the Freeman. Knowing it from his own perspective is pretty freaking interesting. So, Critical is Yu-Gi-Oh! And a chess god. Yu-Gi-Oh! I can't really vouch for Yu-Gi-Oh! But as for a chess god, he beats XQC with the oldest trick in the book. He just beat XQC with the oldest trick in the book. I mean, that's the kind of trick that I use for people who completely don't expect it, who completely not expect that. But he got it well, at least. Moise's content is mundane charisma, and I like it. Critical is too legend to give an opinions. Do you have any good YouTuber recommendation? Well, aside from the 3 that I mentioned previously, I haven't been... the YouTubers... Because here's the thing. The YouTubers that I mostly watch are YouTubers that are tech YouTubers. PC gaming YouTubers. Or YouTubers that talk about gaming or PC gaming or tech peripherals, etc. All of those things. If you're not into that thing, I cannot recommend you a good YouTuber that is into that. So, depends on what you're interested in. As for... those I recommend. There are many I could recommend. I could recommend Hardware Unboxed. Even Linus. Yeah, Linus is a bit more mainstream in terms of content, but I do like his content. Jared Tech especially is very underrated. He does laptop reviews, and his laptop reviews are very direct, very straightforward, informational. Love it. Dave2D, Dave Lee, a really good reviewer. Who else? A bunch of stuff. There are a bunch of people's content I follow. TechCast City, great guy. Love it. Never watched Pyro. Is he a Leafy clone? Nowadays, not really. He mostly just does his thing. The only Leafy clone the one YouTuber that is definitively a Leafy clone is Griffin Gaming, which he's actually a really good Leafy clone. As far as Leafy clones go, he's pretty freaking good. So if you're looking for Leafy-esque content, but you want a discount Leafy, definitely go to Griffin Gaming. He is the best discount Leafy that you can ever have if you're still into Leafy sort of content. So, Moise's charisma and Pyro is the lesbian. Like, come on, Pyro have some gut tier 21st century humor editing. Yeah, Pyro editing is... I'm legit jealous of Pyro's editing. He's great. Pyro has gut tier editing. Moist Critical is very funny. Exactly. You were name dropped by Dan Fan. Who is that? 1, who is that? And 2, where have I been name dropped? I would like to know. Critical is fucking hilarious. Why does Critical never apologize every time he fucks up? Name a moment where he fucks up. The scariest thing is the company's silence behind their reasons. Is this an Amazon US problem? I can still look my next live as a villainous on a German site. Or are those run from another seller? It's a US problem, apparently. Have you watched the AVGN Irate Gamer crossover? That was a while ago, and yeah, that was kind of unexpected. I haven't seen it though. Since when did sucking become the same thing as brown nosing? What the hell? I prefer Archer to Nero and Tamao. Oh, I forgot. Obligatory Streamlabs shilling. Links down below. Your names will be displayed at the bottom in case you really like to donate. So, Clownfair went down, but now it's up. Half of the internet was down. Freaking auto scroll. Where did I? Oh god damn it! Auto scroll. Oh, there we go. Leaf water is not as addictive as bead water. I still have a copy of the PS2 version. Never into comics, that's why I didn't know. Put Persona 5 in Google. I think that removes the word from search result. Minus Persona 5 in Google. I think that word removes the search result. I think I had PSPN Midnight Club 3. I'll play Gran Turismo Scroll. Need for Speed Underground to Most Wanted 2005. It's better that Midnight Club changed my mind. No. No, I'm sorry. I love Underground 2. Don't get me wrong. Underground and Underground 2, I love both of them. Most Wanted, I also really love. But Midnight Club is on a whole lot another level. I'm sorry. No, wrong. Favorite power-up on Midnight Club 3. Oh, man. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played the game. I don't know. It's been a while since I played the game. I couldn't exactly recall the power-ups. I do remember it being Mario Kart-esque. That's Mario Kart-esque, I guess, but I do remember it being very fantastical. So in terms of its elements, but I can't believe how people got chucked by the DualSense controller. I haven't seen that. I've seen Jeff Keighley play it, but not really interested by it. I'm interested with the controller, but not really interested in the video demonstrating the controller. I prefer a live demonstration. Give me the controller instead. I've been playing Rebel Cops. It's like XCOM by replacing the elite soldiers and aliens with a bunch of runaway cops that drive around in an old soda van and beat the shit out of criminals. PS2 was the racing game console. What if the internet was a city? No. What if the continent would no fuck that? What was the planet? I got better. What if the internet was a multiverse? And Hentai has god tier Boru style tags by not saying price. Any racing game on PS2 is worse than Speed Racer the game. That's definitely not a serious statement. But X Hentai can remove tag by gender. You can remove tag the same way. Last time I did that, it cannot do it. But I don't know. And hentai for the sauces, hentai for variety, Danboro when I want to look at fan arts for my waifu and then regret it. And hentai has one fatal flaw, and what is that? People who own Super Hot got its sequel for free. Cool. Which anime will come back first, JoJo or Hunter x Hunter? I'd say JoJo. Okay, now please, how do I use the e-hentai sad panda tags, please? I have no idea. Go ask the people who do that. Who used that. H-Flash is okay, but I'll die soon due to Flash being discontinued. I don't know a lot of hentai sites. Well, there you go. If you accidentally switch two numbers and get nightmare fuel. I beat Drakengard 3's A and B ending. The frame rate is horrendous, but I like reactive games' edgier theme. I also bought the Intoner DLC in Kane's outfit. Yes, with the Belle Delphine-esque microplayer gal. As my name suggests, I'm more of a yaoi person. Today I learned Appa is not a wizard because he's early. For me, it's midnight. I found teaching feeling because of a comment on hentai. I am forever grateful to that random internet dude. Teaching feeling was fine, but it doesn't have an ending. It's just a constant progression of relationship and fucking, and that's it. The Simulator will sell out all over the world. Are you gonna play Far Cry 5 or Far Cry 6 when it comes out? It's gonna come out on Epic. Probably not. Don't know if you were asked this before, but why did you name yourself appabend? See my video a video titled Who Am I? You'll find the reason why I name appabend in more detail, but till dear version is that it's my real name, but it's combined Frankenstein version so that it becomes appabend. Also, chat and appa, check out this Vanilla Mashu Dojin 227690. Now, don't have time at this moment. Are there any PS2 hidden gems you enjoy? Jet Li's Rise to Honor. That one is a game that I fucking love. The combat system is unlike anything that I've ever seen in a video game, and it's really unique. It's really kind of kick-ass. The fact that it's cool. The game in general is pretty cool. Although the only issue that I have with the game is the fact that for some reason I just cannot progress through a certain level in the game. The game just decides to completely mess up. Glitch out in a certain part of the game, and I just couldn't get past that in a PCSX2 at least. But on the original PS2, I've beaten the game, loved the game. It's an amazing game. SOCOM Combined Assault, or the SOCOM series in general, but SOCOM Combined Assault in particular. I love the SOCOM series. I played the living shit out of the SOCOM series. I love the custom missions. I love the fact that you can set up custom goals and you can customize the weapons and all of that, put in different attachments and everything, command your troops to do that. You can do stealth, you can do it guns blazing. So many options in the game. Love SOCOM. Also, Full Spectrum Warrior 10 Hammers. That is the sequel to Full Spectrum Warrior. It's a strategy-esque, tactics-esque military game. It's also available on PC, but I fucking love that game. I thought that game was amazing. I do really love the story, the narrative as well, which is kind of surprising for a military game. I do find it very consistent throughout the series, and I do feel for the characters and the story and how it goes on. But the Steam version is a bit dodgy, but it's playable at the very least. It's great. Love it. And those are the hidden games that I can think of. Also, there was a game. Let me try to Google the game. I probably need to play this game again. This is my first PS2 game. This is my absolutely first PS2 game, and I didn't know that this game was developed by a certain very famous game developer. Hold on. Maybe I got that wrong. Or maybe I got that wrong. Hold on. No. I got that wrong. I thought this game was made by a very famous developer, but it turns out it's not. The game is spy fiction. It's a very interesting game. It's not the good game, I can tell you for sure, but it's a very interesting game with very interesting mechanics. It's one of the very first few PS2 games that I played. The mechanics are very interesting. I love the disguise system. I love the stealth gameplay in general. It's kind of unique. You don't see that sort of gameplay, the gameplay elements in that game in any other games, but it could have been done. It could have been better, but still, it's one of the games that I played on PS2 that I found kind of interesting, at least. Are there any Indonesian fairy tale characters I should add into my game? Oh, interesting. There are a couple, but I can't name them right now because I forgot a bunch of Indonesian fairy tales. What are your plans for the weekend? It's thundering at my place. My plan is just finish my paper. That's it. Appa, cross your fucking fingers to Midnight Club 3 not get cancelled. Wait, not get cancelled by how? How is it not going to get cancelled? Simulator's going to be interesting if Nicolo plays it or Destiny the streamer. Simpulator. What is the anime series game movie that you hate the most? I don't exactly have an anime movie game series that I have a hate boner with. Not really. Here currently playing Mega Man ZX Advent. So I went back to school recently to check on things. School's open up again. Turns out I still have a bit of work left to do, but otherwise most of my stuff is complete. Cool. Excuse me. Also finished Epic of Remnant Singularities and Fate Go last night. Does having Fran from Fate as your waifu count as necrophilia? Huh. Did you say Sega Initial D games? I didn't. Excuse me. Pokemon should have revamped with fans' ideas. Will Smith equals the Simp Prince of Bel-Air. Are you gonna make a Storyfire account? Probably no. Appabend's catchphrase, it's fine. It depends. It depends on when I'm gonna use it, so... Gotta finish up my internship report and part of my final project. I can just sit down and relax on my final exam. Cool. What's your thoughts on Dog X Skizzers? I don't know what that is. Astolfo for the win. Death Stranding's now on PC and the score is rightfully deserves. Apparently it's a very good PC port, and yeah, in that case, it's pretty cool. And I love Death Stranding, but I haven't actually bought the PC version of Death Stranding. Probably sometime in the future, but I've already played the game. I love the game on PS4. JoJo always differs in quality, but in my opinion, none of them are bad. The worst is still good. PewDiePie is better than Critical. No. Sup Appa currently trying to run Persona 5 on an emulator so that it could install Adachi mod. The mod is surprisingly well done. I don't know what that mod is. When that microphone started messing up, it sounded like an Atari 2600 game. Yeah, exactly. And I have no idea what caused it. There was a 3DS version, but it got shut down. Have you heard of the latest news on Yandere Dev? Apparently, the latest news on Yandere Dev, from what I've heard, is that the Yandere Dev found out about the game that the people who tried to make the Lovesick game, the Yandere Simulator game, except it was done by people who actually cared for it. The people who made it the game for like 2 weeks. Yandere Dev found the people who made them and threatened suicide because they made the game. It's just the dumbest of shit, and it's too much of a rabbit hole for one stream, and I would rather Probably talk about it sometime later in the future, or maybe when other opportunity strikes. Do you think mechs or mecha will be invented in our lifetime? Probably not. It's just, I don't think it's an effective weapon. It's a cool weapon, but effective, not really. Golden Wind is easily the best part in my opinion. Depends on which aspect that you're thinking. Because here's my brother's opinion on JoJo, on all the JoJo parts in general. My brother's opinion: Part 1, Part 2, classics, unbeatable, love them. Part 3, he didn't like very much because it was very mainstream. It was one of the introductions where people really get into JoJo. It's definitely Part 3. And if your opinion is that Part 3 is the part where you get into JoJo, that's great and all. But Part 3 is very basic, very what do you call it? It's very basic. It's very formulaic. At least the first half. It's only in the second half where things get very interesting. Part 4, that's my personal pick for the best, for my personal favorite JoJo part. That's because it's very secluded, it's very basic, the character arcs make sense, the characters, I love all of them, the characters. The villain is amazing, best JoJo villain until probably part 7's Valentine. We'll get to that, which I haven't actually read all the way to there, but there's that. And then part 5, which is basically part 3 but better, and at least the JoJo in part 5 didn't get 80% of the enemies, only get some of them. At least everybody is equally, for the most part, equally spread. The fights on the allies are for the most part equally spread, and Part 5 is just infinitely more memeable. There's so many memes in Part 5 compared to the rest of the parts. Or at least that's my brother's opinion. Part 6 is then Part 7, which he hasn't read, but apparently people say it's the best part, so there is that. Yeah, depends on what you're looking for in every part, but for me at least, Part 4 is my favorite. Hey Appa, is Will Smith now officially the Simp Prince of Bel-Air? Yeah, somebody said that already. What are your thoughts on Austin Evans? Austin Evans, he can be a bit dodgy, but for the most part, I do like his presentation. I do like his delivery. He's pretty iconic in the tech circle, but sometimes he does things that make me go, ugh, he shouldn't have done that. After Cream started, president of the USA gave a speech about Charlie beating a man in the battle 6 moves against a man that slammed the table with the strength of his 1,000-pound feet. Oh, God. I tip my challenge to the son that was actually coding over Yandere Dev. There's a person in one of my Discord, it's called Linus Sex Tips. Pyro actually started as a montage parody channel until that became unfunny. Yeah. Griffin Gaming is pretty good. Thanks for the recommendations, Appa. I'm not the most tech savvy, but I still love learning about that stuff. Cool. Twitch streamers are overrated. They put no effort into their content. They are boring and owe their entire careers to stream fails. That's an interesting opinion. If you say that's how it is, then I wonder why you were here. Because I kind of do Twitch streaming, well, not gaming Twitch streaming, but when YouTube decides to fuck up. Actually, it depends on the Twitch streamer in general. It depends on which streamer you're talking about. Gaming Twitch streamer, or artist Twitch streamer, or musician Twitch streamer. Because as much as I can play music, but I cannot stream it because I cannot play it perfectly. I have to. Anyway. Considering that we live in a cancel culture era, what wouldn't you worried if someone tried to Me Too you? Actually, that might be a good topic for a conversation in another video. I do want to talk about the parasocial relationships, I suppose, relationships between YouTubers and also the fans or content creators or famous people in general with nobodies, because that sort of relationship can go into incredibly toxic areas. And considering that I, a YouTuber, have a relationship with somebody who is, well, not as big as me, it is very problematic. It's one of those things that we need to have a discussion with, try to make sure that we have a mutual trust towards each other. It depends. It really depends on the people. It really depends on the person. It's a very complicated discussion that I just cannot cover up in this stream. It's complicating. It's love life in general is complicating. So DanFan is a comic creator and a YouTuber. DanFan makes content similar to yours. Oh, cool. Cool. Does Appa have a Discord? I do have a Discord, but only for Patreon users, exclusively for Patreon users. So, streamers are reaction channels in disguise. Depends on who the streamer. T-Pose, Griffin Gaming is pure leafy. Nero is best girl. Although I use hands a lot in your singularities ever since last bet 1. You were name dropped in her latest video. She recommend your digital distortion video. This is in reference to DanFan. DanFan is a comics and manga YouTuber. So it's a female YouTuber. That's kind of cool. Odd question, but if you tried Battle Cats, I haven't tried Battle Cats. I avoid mobile games, but I enjoy Fate Go Dojins. Underground was my favorite game of all time. Aggro, Zone, and Roar. Yeah, those. Man, it's been a while since I played the game. I should remember that. I remember being mostly a racing. I'm mostly with Midnight 3. I remember the customization. I remember exploring the city with the knight, going through a lot of the parts of the city. So, can you sing to me "I'll Kill You That Way"? I don't know the song, so I can't exactly sing it. I almost thought somebody said a person choked on a DualShock controller. A DualShock controller. Hey Appa, I'm not sure if anyone has ever asked you this, but have you ever watched any of your stream videos when it's uploaded? Just checking. Sometimes, but not all the time. Why? YouTubers are better than streamers. Again, depends. That depends on the YouTuber. That depends on the streamer. Did you know that Israel is starting shit? Not familiar. Have you heard of Gamer Girl? Yeah, we talked about that a couple of minutes ago. Me looking at Danbaru, not minutes, a while ago. Me looking at Danbaru, hoping to find wholesome, safe for work fan arts of Atoria Lancer after Danbaru. I can see you're only interested in the exceptionally rare. What do you think of Inugami Korone, Sakura Miko, and other HoloLive VTubers? Not a fan, but I do like the clips sometimes when I occasionally found them on Twitter or something like that. It's kind of funny, but not my thing. What brands are for cheap per dollar and are good for you for a PC build? Oh, that is a very good question. It depends. It depends on which part are you looking for. If you're talking about CPU, for the most part, Ryzen always has the most bang for the buck for PC parts. AMD Ryzen CPUs, very good bang for the buck PC parts. Their new 4-core 8 threads, the 3100 and the 3300X, are surprisingly very good. It's comparable to a 3600 depending on which game you're playing in. But unfortunately, it's out of stock, even though it's really cheap. It's like 120, 130 bucks for like a 4-core 8 thread CPU, which is insane. Love it. Amazing. As for GPU, it also depends. Both AMD and Nvidia have like their, I suppose, value best bang for the buck choices. It depends on which GPU manufacturer that you're choosing in, but for the most part, it's always the mid-range sorts of category that always has the best bang for the buck. It's just the mid-range and also the mid-range and also the ones that are at least priced around at that area. For me at least, RX 580 or the RX 580, 590 series, like if you just buy that is incredibly amazing for pretty much any sort of AAA games, like 1080p around 60 FPS or so. That is a very good graphics card, really amazing. As for RAM, I'm not really too familiar with RAM selection, but for the most part, just pick the one that is at least good speed and from a brand that you can recognize, from a brand that is at least respectable. For SSDs though, well, that would be I have like a long list of brands that I love from SSDs, a long list of brands that I don't like, and SSDs that you should avoid, SSDs that you should buy. There are DRAM-less SSDs that I don't recommend, and then there are SSDs that have DRAM that I do recommend. It's very difficult to find. There's so many research into this. It's probably another topic for another video, but in general, I love ADATA SSDs and WD SSDs. Those are the ones that I pick, but yeah, it depends on which part. I could go on and on, but let's move on to other things. Just saw your latest video while drawing. We truly live in a society, but us weebs are resilient. Frank and Ben. Will is not happy as children fight a random white guy his wife fucked him over. I mostly play Teaching Feeling as a headpad simulator of sorts. I can't bring myself to loot Sylvie. Well, cool. I don't know what happened if you don't have sex with her at one point. Or at least don't have sex with her after she asked you to have sex with her. Because I do know what happens if you don't have sex with her for a while and she asks you, hey, can we have sex? Let's just say it's not very good. No Game, No Life or Bleach, which needs another season. Not really familiar with either, so sorry about that, but hentai, if you accidentally switch 2 numbers to the code, you usually leads to curse stuff. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, I went through the Stone Wars arc of Dr. Stone. Can't wait for season 2 next January. I mean, have you played Speed Racer, the game on PS2? It's fantastic. I haven't played it. I've heard that there are alternative to Epic Games called Legendary, which it doesn't have the Chinese stuff in it, and it's on GitHub. Well, are the games in there? I think every year gets better for weeb stuff, to be honest. Stupid YouTube messages. Doom Eternal updated at some point and broke a collectible. Ugh. I know literally nothing about the SOCOM games. It's great. Is Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne recommendable? I played and enjoyed SMT4 and Strange Journey, but I couldn't finish it because of the Invisible Wall Labyrinths. It's just as complicating, if not more complicating than 4 and Strange Journey compared to both of them. 3 is it's a very lonely, atmospheric game. That's in fact, the game still looks pretty good even to this day. Just play it. Just play it and see how you feel about it. For me, at least, it's pretty good. If the cop asks, I was marathoning Alicization and start watching War of the Underworld. Is there a political party you prefer in Indonesia? There are so many political parties here that I just don't give a shit. SMT Nocturne is great, though I prefer the Digital Devil Saga games. Digital Devil Saga games are very character based, but SMT is more Nocturne is more atmospheric based, I suppose. On PS4, Slayer Gate keeps crashing the game, and I discovered I absolutely adore the works of space opera god Leiji Matsumoto, Space Pirate Captain Harlock, Space Knights of Yamato, etc. What is your best to worst manga? Too broad of a question. I read a lot of mangas, so can't exactly pick which one is the worst, which one is the best. To whoever recommended me the Masu Dojin, you're a good person. I wish that someday you'll meet your waifu in real life. Uncapped for Garfield to when? It's worth the review. Trust me, I take. No thanks. Have you heard about the kid who saved his little sister from a dog attack? Yeah, I saw that, and I saw Chris Evans basically just saying, "Hey, I'm going to give you an authentic Captain America shield." That is fucking cool. Love that kid. That kid is amazing. What if in real life there are monsters roaming around just like in RPG games? Maybe there are. Maybe they are already monsters roaming in real life. Except they don't take in the form of a monster. They take in the form of human beings. Human beings that do very scary things. Big twists. My first PS2 game was the Narnia video game that came with it. Also, it's the only legit non-pirated game that I have. The only one I could play on a PS5 if it has retro compatibility. Wait. Wait, there any plan beyond get drunk as fuck? Why do you think high school people are the perfect set for any anime game, and why people think it's wrong? I think it's the most perfect because 1, the target demographic. 2, it's because it's the time where you are coming of age, where you are learning more and more about being mature, and it's the perfect moment where you learn more about the world and become more and more mature as you go on. And 3, it's just, again, it's the demographic. It's mostly people enjoying high schools. It's high schoolers who are mostly enjoying animes. Or at least in Japan. Good thing for the stream happens on Fridays and not Saturdays since my sister gets married tomorrow. Oh, congratulations. What's your anime of 2020 you recommend? I haven't seen a lot of animes in 2020, so. Is it possible for mecha or mechas existing in real life? It's possible, just probably not effective and not exactly a good weapon for in general. I just watched Makuya again. I'm sad now. It makes me laugh. I really want to play the simulator game. The name Gamer Girl is already a good reason to play it. It's cringe, but I miss cringy games like that. They're fun to laugh at. Indonesian fairy tale. How about the timeline where the Indonesians get brainwashed by the Dutch to make some delicious cheese? Okay. My first PS2 game is Tekken 5 and how it started to love that series. First PS2 was Call of Duty Fight Us Hour, best Call of Duty. It's still Kojima, so it's likely pretentious as hell. It's not Kojima. Spy Fiction is not Kojima. It's hard to take the condescends act, but a lot of YouTubers like to pull because of the immoral shit that those YouTubers do. Adachi mod is calls you play as Adachi. That's it. I thought there was other things. You should make a shirt with "It Depends" on it. Maybe. The PS2 was really an amazing system, wasn't it? Actually, the 6th generation in general is great. Yeah. One of the funniest movies I've ever seen is The Blues Brothers. I love The Blues Brothers. I haven't seen it in a while, but I do love it. It's a great film. It deserves to be watched, especially since turning 40 this year. Cool. Yandere Def. Apparently, there's a Sim Simulator video game now. Yes, it's called Gamer Girl. It's trash though. Marriage is not worth it in my opinion. It guarantees no loyalty. That depends on the person. Relationships in general completely depends on the person. So you can't definitively say that relationships are trash or relationships are not. But then again, the system, you can at least say it based on the system that we're living in which in that case, yeah, relationship is shit. If you're talking about it in the perspective of the system of that deals with relationships and marriage in general, yeah, in that case, it's fucking shit. Mechs do already exist though. See the Kuratas from Suidobashi Heavy Industries. When it comes to practical mechs, I just think of the Vic Viper. Down with the censorship. Oh no, he will not be able to scam people with a game that won't come out. Where's the Samsung microphone? The Samsung microphone is right over here. It's right here. Although it has really shown its age. It has really shown its age. It has quite some wear and tear on it. And yeah. What's your first video game that meet your expectations to become a gamer? I can't exactly say which one that meets my expectations to become a gamer, but I do know my first video game is Super Mario Brothers on a bootleg Chinese NES, and then there's Doom, Final Doom specifically. And his karma, his Reddit account got hacked, and the subreddit got hacked, and now it's the spiciest subreddit. Part 4 is great, part 7 is literally the best part. Ask on V why our adventure point and click games are dead to consider for my game, and got an article explaining that puzzles got too bullshit. What is your take on the genre? Why point and click adventure games are dead? Yeah, I suppose it's because the puzzles are operating on moon logic. That's one of the issues. And the second issue is the fact that now it has evolved into narrative-driven games, your Telltale-esque narrative-driven games, or your Life is Strange-esque narrative-driven games. And I mean, yeah, that's the fate of adventure games these days. I mean, at that point, might as well go to visual novels. Do you believe in individuality among fans in a certain clique? Depends on the fans, depends on the fandom. Some fandom can get very, very collectivist. Some fandom can get very dualistic. Depends. It really depends. Adachi mod is a Persona 5 mod that replaces Ren with Teen Adachi. Literally, you can't romance anyone because Adachi just kills the girl and gains bad ending. Is that an actual... Did they actually modify a significant portion of the game to the point where that actually happens? If that's the case, then, man, Persona 5 on the PC would be fucking cool. I really do want... Because Persona 4 already has mods already, so... The idea of someone like Adachi being protagonist is kind of unique. The whole not giving a shit attitude that the critical pulse has gotten old, really? It's not. It clearly works. Maybe it doesn't work to you. It doesn't work to you, which, well, that's your opinion, but it works on pretty much everybody else, so you're behind, I guess. Part 8, though. Part 8. Nah. He's too busy making his rivals appear to hentai games like, you know Monica from Doki Doki Literature Club? Is her name pronounced Monica or Monica since the game takes place in Japan? Huh. Interesting. I may rewatch Cowboy Bebop so... Yandere is a scammer in my opinion, accepting money from others while not coding. Oh boy, time to wait for Fate Ghost Summer Trees BB Quest for the N-word pass. Hugs are too lewd, we do wavy hands instead. Hey dude, I just started watching Brave Police J. Decker, so far I'm liking it. Cool. There's some Twitch streamers that are great, like the people from Vine Sauce. Some are pretty good. Hi from Indonesia, sorry a bit late. Well, this is 6 in the morning, so... Have you considered using a fake AI to make the meme seem like Linus did for his reviews of an ergonomic keyboard? Well, first off, that is not a live. That is not live, and that requires a lot of rendering power. I think he says like 2 days to render that shit. And second, I'm not interested. Can we get a version of Twitter but for safe space for weebs? No. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. Why do big YouTubers like to ignore the fucked up shit their friends do? Example, please? Parasocial relationships as opposed to relationships of YouTubers and fans. Sorry, but they're the same thing. Yeah, that's... I never said that they're not. Appa, if you could make an open world game, what would be the setting? For example, steampunk. If I could make an open world game, I do want a Victorian-esque setting. Kind of like your Peaky Blinders or your Assassin's Creed Syndicate-esque setting. But I hate streamer that despise vanilla Coke. Like vanilla Coke is the melody of soda. Okay. Every time where a post by Kokoron, I usually play the song Lulu Bell by Sold Out. What's worse is when a YouTuber talks about Yandere Dev, they got cucked by fans that too salty to take opinions from them to for example Biju Mike and Coob Scouts. I'm not familiar with either of those. You already have a girlfriend, Bo. Keep for us weebs. I remember when the first drama striker with Asman. I more enjoyed the fan arts of the mobile game characters than actually play it itself. Which mobile game? What are your thoughts on the weird pyramid scheme involving the esports scene that upper echelon gamers expose? I'm not familiar with it. I haven't seen the video, but it's fucking... from what I've seen on at least his commentary, it's fucking oof. Big oof. I don't like Yandere Dev, but for some of his haters, some of his haters can be just as insufferable as him. For wholesome picks, use Safe Boru Dummy. Actually, that's not a bad suggestion. Hold on a second. Why is my mixer? Something's wrong. Actually, no, that's not wrong with my mixer. Hell is where ugly bastards got cucked. Have you ever worried if the computer AI becomes sentient enough to overthrow humanity? Not really. Your voice sounded slightly different lately. If you can't tell, I'm using a different microphone. That could be the reason. I've been watching Here and There, Now and Then. Ooh, that's apparently one of the deconstructive isekai animes, or at least from what I've seen. But I haven't seen that one. Thoughts on the old Shaman King anime and the upcoming one? I haven't seen much of Shaman King to make an opinion, and I haven't seen the new one as well. Secret World of Arietti turned 10 today. Jeez. Can the edgy cartoon parody genre just end already? Only edgy 30-year-olds like that shit. Such as, example, I love Exo Paradigm Gamer. He's by far one of my favorite YouTubers. I think he raises very valid critiques. I don't agree with everything he says, but I think he's definitely worth checking out. Cool. Wake me up with a new JoJo anime that has at least one sold-out song as an ending, or at least one. The Hunter x Hunter world is darker than the Attack on Titan world. Okay. Why the timer? It's because there's going to be there's a segment where I talk about with viewers with a chat, and there's a segment where I talk about the memes and the hooplas on the world, or at least the past few weeks. Have you seen what DLSS 2.0 can do? Yes, I've seen what DLSS 2.0 can do. It's only going to benefit you for certain resolutions, but I don't personally use it. What kind of a weapon you want to find yourself in a zombie apocalypse? Anything that can kill zombies. The timer is for the meme stream. It's raining hard in my place right now. Do you get rain? Not in the past couple of days, no. Gonna have to figure out how to dodge that. What games are you interested in play but never had the opportunity to play it? I am interested. Basic Metal Gear Solid 4, that's the biggest one. I'm interested to play it, but I never had the opportunity to play it because I don't have a PS3. It's not very good. If I recall correctly, the reverse struggle snuggle was very something I had to go through while Diamonds. Well, I'm not familiar with the context of that conversation. SFT is great to stick with it. I actually like watching Twitch streamers, but mostly sane and nice people who don't exploit their audience. How can you tell if someone or something is virtue signaling? That is a very good question. It depends. It really, really depends. Depends on the person. It depends on what they're trying to say. Depends on what they're trying to do. But if they're trying to do it for moralistic points, I suppose, it's very hard to detect. It sometimes is obvious, but sometimes it's kind of it depends. Let's just say that. Watched No Game No Life, damn you. I watched the first episode, lost interest, not interested. Does Appa speak other than English mid-sentence? I asked this to does Appa speak other than in English mid-sentence? I asked this due to personal habit. No, I mostly speak 100% English in my stream, but kadang-kadang saya tidak kadang-kadang gak bakal ngomong Inggris. No, I mostly speak 100% English. I don't think most ugly bastards are so bad. I like them more than awful harem leads to this. SM3 is badass. Dobbs microphone. You should watch a show on YouTube called Gaming in the Clinton Years. It's a really bad game review show, but it's so bad it's good and fun, like an old 90s treasure. I don't know what that is. I love Nocturne and Digital Devil Saga, but my favorite is Devil Survivor Overclock from the SMT series. Yes, but that one is on 3DS, I think. That's the thing about Atlas. They need to port their old games to the PC. They did it with Persona 4 Golden. What's stopping you guys to do it on Nocturne? Please do it. Featuring Dante from Devil May Cry series. Could you recommend any good to great horror manga? I'm not that much familiar to horror mangas to recommend any. As much as I hate you to use a Spoonie quote, he's right when he says the Digital Devil Saga games are The Matrix but written well. Huh. Interesting. That is actually that is kind of true. Greetings, and which game sounds worse? Don't Get Caught, DSP Simulator, or Gamer Girl Ultra Sim Simulator? Do you think the world would be peaceful or more chaotic if Danganronpa exists in real life? Depends on who got caught in the game, at least. There are monsters, but they take form of human beings, so Earthbound. Why are there so many YouTubers in entertainment? Why are there so many YouTubers in the entertainment industry? Isn't that kind of you already answered your own question? Wholesome and certified legend. Danganronpa 1 in real life would be awful. Base kid. I think that kid saving his sister happened a day after that one guy said that people with melanin, aka white people, don't have compassion, etc. What? How is that related to the other? Anyway, what was the message? Massage behind your weebs are oppressed by normies. Also, what's your opinion on one aggregator? What was the massage? Wait, excuse me. Hold on. Slow down. Make sense with your question. What is the message behind your weebs are oppressed by normies? See my video. I don't get that question. Also, what's your opinion on one angry gamer? Not a fan. Let's just say that. Do you think that we are living in a Shin Megami Tensei universe like? Sort of. The Blaze Blue, actually, kind of, sort of, maybe not really. It's more Persona than Shin Megami Tensei. We have a bunch of LARPers here. The Blaze Blue mobile game is kind of neat. I already read Uzumaki and I'm seriously hoping that the Toonami anime does it justice. Since when Dutch make good cheese? Savoy is where it's at. My nickname in high school was Batman. Sounds cool, but it was literally because I would watch them from the top of the room disappointed. Excuse me. It's possible, but mechs are impractical as hell, so you'd likely only see them used in entertainment. Exactly. I think high schoolers are the middle gap between childhood and adulthood. I really hope that if Ubisoft ever makes a new Rayman game, pray that they don't add any of the modern bullshit in it. It's one of my favorite video game franchises. For whoever gave the vanilla mesh sauce 2922688 from one legend to another, you are good. Cool. Nick Cannon can go dropkick a child. Well, there was a clip of somebody dropkick a child, but was that really Nick Cannon? Wait, who's Nick Cannon? That's his way of compassion. I was referring to Death Stranding. Oh, okay. I believe there's a mod that changes every single character with Adachi. If only the console prices are too expensive. It could be that your possible significant other is trash. Maybe you are trash. There are a lot of things you can think of in engaging relationships. Yep. I wish the upcoming The World Ends With You anime is good, but they're already removing its soundtrack. Whoa, what? That's stupid. What's your opinion, One Angry Gamer? Not a fan. Why does no one ever review the Snake Nokia? The Snake Nokia? I do remember that. Those are pretty good. Can I play it on PC now? I want to play that on PC now. Just nostalgia shit. You should watch South Beef Tao. Okay. Remember the days when we have expansion pack instead of DLC and microtransaction? Man, I feel old. Yeah. You ever heard of a new Gamer Girl video game coming out? We talk about that throughout this entire stream, I suppose, in some bits of it. I remember my first console game being Spectrobes on the DS. Had lots of fun with it. I played a lot of PC games before, but that was mostly educational stuff. Let's see. I watched the Pajama Sham stream again not too long ago. Any plans to stream other old games from your childhood? That's a good question. Probably not, as long as the internet is shit and quality of the stream is shit. So, also Dio is now officially in Jojo Lion. Of course he is. I thought that point and click has evolved to visual novels. Well, it evolved in two ways. One, visual novel. Actually, no, it doesn't. Visual novels already existed, but point and click games have evolved from Telltale and then Life is Strange-esque. So, CVIT criticized Persona 5's battle system and ironically showed how he deletes the AoE buff skills and ignored that you need HP to live. Okay. I'm not caught up with the new anime because I put off a lot of things. Things has made freaking auto-scroll. This has made its way to hobbies too. I don't game either, I just sleep in and day out. Mechs are still slower, I agree. I think it will be faster next year if you circle enough sentries. Depends on how far you take the amount of shits you don't give because they can go into pretty bad places. If I had to pick a favorite game, it would be Tales of Grace's F. I like to imagine the BBS basement full of unreleased Sakura faces. What is the best anime soundtrack? Can't really pick one. I can't really pick the best game soundtrack. For me, actually no. There's so many good game soundtracks. Besides Skyrim, what game do you think is completely better with mods? Ooh, good question. I don't know. Bethesda games in general, but that's cheating because Skyrim is a Bethesda game. But there are not really any other games that I play with mods other than Skyrim. Damn, Appa, you wake up early. How the hell do you stream at 6 in the morning? That's what I do. I wake up in the morning. I'm an early riser. It's been a thing. I've already told you the story. I think I already told you a lot of times how back in the day where my parents pretty much banned me from playing PS2 except in Saturday and Sunday, right? My parents banned me to play PS2 except in Saturday and Sunday. But in any of those weeks, I played the PS2 in my room at like 3 a.m. So I woke up at 3 a.m. just to play the PS2. And every single time my mom wakes up, turn off the PS2, turn off everything so that she doesn't know. Essentially something along those lines. That's how I rebel and that's how I love to wake up early. Or at least the origin story. We have a Twitter for weebs. It's called Pawoo. I guess. If Adachi was the main character of Persona 5, instead of stealing hearts and uncover corruption, it would be just edgy teen killing villains and hanging them off with telephone poles. I almost forgot Time to Kill Everyone in Summer 2's Raid Run again that I had it coming. Real talk, in real life, a power armor like a rider suit would be more handy than mechas with the current technology. That is true. Hey Appa, what do you think about Storyfire? I'm not too familiar with that is. I don't know what that is. I also occasionally wake up and make sure the few people who talk to me on Discord know I'm still alive. Bro tip 80, if you don't want to get horny, wear really big underpants. Alright. From here, I decide to subscribe now. Any idea how to deal with anti-weeb gamer propaganda spread on Twitter? Don't. It's mostly spread by crazy people, and crazy people don't only consist of a few people on Twitter. They just talk the loudest. Bro tip 80, if you don't want to get horny, wear really big underpants. I already read that. You should watch I didn't think I liked Vanilla Coke when I first saw it back in the day, but I really come to like it. Bobo is great. Is there a steampunk JRPG out there? Kind of tired of medieval fantasy setting. Freaking Trails, fam. It's orb punk technically speaking, but it's also kind of steampunk-esque. It's a unique setting of its own. If you want a social media for reels like Twitter, you can create a Mastodon instance. I love the idea of Yandere Dev Discord band speedrun, but it seems in bad taste. Holy shit, Here and There, Now and There was so good, so sad. Watch it before I knew what Isekai was. There's the Becoming Shaman King. I don't know. Somebody said in the chat. Can streamers not be boring for more than a second? I have no idea. Well, I suppose you can look at me, I suppose, because you're not bored. Could Harry Potter work as a shonen anime? It kind of already is. I see your new microphone. It's kind of glowing in the back. Yes. Log Horizon is also getting a new season. Definitely when speedrunning Yandere Dev Discord is more fun than the game itself. My D can pierce zombies to oblivion. I like the Metal Gear Solid series. Now I need to talk about free speech. What is your opinion on Count Dankula? I like his content. And I do think it's unfair that he got arrested. He got charged, everything like that. But I've talked about him in a lot of videos. It depends is my new favorite phrase. You heathen for what? What do you think of all the roasting Japan is doing, including with Uzaki-chan? We'll get to that. I love the old Casper games I had on my PSP. It was so weird. Can we get Twitter but for memes? It's called 9gag. Can you teach us some Indonesian curse words? You can say bangsat. It means fuck. Kontol, it means you dick. I need to read. I need to have only 3 minutes. Code switching. Appa is curse. Code switching? What, did I say something about code switching? I'm only reading the chat. 10 minutes left on meme stream time. Everyone make appabend give No Game No Life another shot. Oh, that. No. Sorry. You ever play Call of Duty Zombies? The metagame and the lore behind it are pretty impressive when you kind of look into it. Yeah, I kind of know about that. So, heck, the translated SMT1 is only on the older iOS system, not even anywhere else. Ugh. Massage. What is your opinion on Danganronpa? Played the first one, not a fan of it. Danganronpa has little sense in the old world. Imagine it in real life is pretty stupid. SMT1 is a fan translation playable on emulators. Why did a lot of big commentary channels become such normie pussies? Depends on the person. Massage your opinions. It was a good massage. Atlas developed great games, but their legal responsibility sucks. Chaz is an example of what happens at the end of the Chaos route. Massage of the story. Massage me with your opinion, Napa. Is there a gamer empire? Nah. Do you think Western entertainment beyond saving, or there's still time to for them to redeem themselves? First off, don't hope for Western entertainment to redeem themselves, because they won't, probably in a lot of cases. Second, make your own entertainment at this point. Well, it depends on the Western entertainment. One, that depends on Western entertainment you're talking about, and two, there are still people who make good stuff in the West. It's just very few and far between, and it's very difficult. They're not tainted with the whole usual bullshit. So. They're removing the soundtrack. Apparently, somebody said in the chat, if Atlas wants to drum up hype for SMT5, then the older games need to be available for the larger population. Hey guys, next Persona game should have a side quest where you deal with LARPers, though if only they keep with the internet popularity of the main cast. I doubt companies or mainstream views will freaking auto-scroll. Views will change anytime soon. Play the MechWarrior games. Some of them, I think, a while ago. I forgot which one. Do you have PEX? What PEX? What? Dio and Jojo Lion? What? My dogs have joined us for the stream. Are there some hot takes you don't share with the EFAP gang? I don't know. I haven't been into EFAP in a while. What is your favorite The Walking Dead game have you played? The first season on Telltale, that's literally it. Do you think there's a limit to what fetishes that you can use? It's fictional and not real argument. That's a topic for another conversation. Can't really think of one right now. Appa, have you noticed any improvements in your passion project since becoming a uni student? Trying to decide whether or not to uni or not. Definitely not. It's mostly just on YouTube where I found my passion. Do you think that My Hero Academia series is getting overrated? Wait, it isn't? Sandbox games like Minecraft, Terraria have great mods. That is cool. GTA is so much better. Oh yeah, GTA. That is a good answer. Yeah, I do mod my GTA as well. Play PS2 3 a.m. challenge. Waking up early to play games is literally the definition of gamers rise up. I remember that's how I beat Pokemon Silver. Hey Appa, if you have to choose, what do you think that Persona 5 does need to improve compared to its predecessors? Man, too much. Too short. I can't answer that now. Did the Last of Us 2 fans calm down? No. Also, some of some favorite Super Mario games. I only played the first one. Why do YouTubers who are like, this thing is actually good, I'll have the same personality? Depends on which YouTuber. Damn, you're late, Fujo. Do you know any side-scrolling RPG on Steam? Nope. Harry Potter can't work as anything since this shit. BitJuice pulling a YouTube right now. We stand down, killing this fandom. As well as your singing. My singing is trash, dog. Anjing equals dog. Bangsat sounds like an instruction you make clues for the Celestial Buddy. Ever played Metroid? I have played Metroid. I forgot which Metroid I played, but I have played it. What would happen if there was a Twitter arena? Maybe there isn't, but stream. Yeah. Okay, fine. Stream. Oh, Jesus. Okay, stop it, timer. Stop it. Oh, man. Finally. Finally, it's stream. Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be time for the meme stream. If you have any spare change. Change! You got change! Oh, come on. Help a guy out, will you? Come on, change. Link to Streamlab links down below. But for now, time for the meme stream. Put in the intro. Boom. I have literally no idea. It's not supposed to be a double whammy like that. It's supposed to go to my channel. So for example, let me try to play this. Let me try to play this again. You see, do you hear how there are two audio layers in there that the audio is playing twice at the same time? I have no idea why the fuck that happens. But regardless, whoa! God damn it, Monica. You're not supposed to be there. Time for the stream. Time for the meme streams. Ooh. Oh. But anyway. Fan arts. So this one is from @McNuggetNagi. This is, I have a lot of fem appa fan arts. I don't know why people have this weird desire that I need to be a woman. I mean, I'm kind of flattered, but well, the reality of the situation is, well, I am not. Although, to be fair, considering that the standards for being trans people has been lowered so much to the point where anybody can be a trans person right now, I suppose I can be trans. I can be your trans. Anyway, thank you so much for the fan art. This is pretty cool. GamerGo FMV donated $5. Simp up, thoughts down 2020. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Apparently now I'm gonna have to mute my streams every single time. Ugh. Hate that. Every single time I have to play the intro, I have to mute the stream. Ugh, hate that. Also, that is not how that is not how I should have configured the particular wallpaper. Hold on a second. Why is the thumbnail not on full? Thumbnail's in full screen. So why is that? Anyway. Oh, what is this? The world is political. You are exposed to political ideas every day. This was a very recent thing I just found. So, your life has been part of politics since the day you were born, whether you understand this or not. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, the fact that you are born is a political act. Everybody is seeing this as a political. Everything that you do is a political act. This stream that I'm doing is a political act. It is to further the agenda of anime titties to everybody. The hospital you were born in was decided by factors of your government. Yes, that is right, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. The act of you being born in this world is somehow a political statement. Don't you just find it amazing that every single part in your life that you have right now is a political statement in some way or somehow in some parts of the other? Oh man. Hold on a second. Why is the yeah, we'll get to it in a bit. It's impossible to escape political issues and ideas whatsoever, and those experiences color how you see things. That is true. It is impossible to escape a lot of things in life, but that doesn't mean that all of those things in life should be interpreted as political issues. You can interpret those to have a political issue, like the act of somebody taking a shit on the street can be interpreted as a political issue, as a political statement, even if they took a shit in, say, in front of a statue or whatever. I suppose that can be, or a statue of a famous person. Maybe I suppose that can be taken as a political statement. But I'm just saying, it's just really interesting how these people who are so, and I mean so obsessed, and I mean so obsessed with the idea that the world that we're living in, every single part of the world that we're living in, have politics in them, and that just because they have politics, and that just because all of those parts in the world have politics or can be interpreted to have a political meaning, that means that it should be interpreted that way. That means that we should. Just because it can, that automatically means that we should interpret it. But also, that's not even the funniest bit. The funniest bit is how the people who talk about how everything is political, taking a shit is political, everything is political, but they only interpret it in one way, and that is everything is political, and also everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is discriminatory, etc., etc., etc. Without failure, every single person who says that everything is political will always interpret everything as, maybe this should be a law, okay? This should be like an APPA's law. I'm gonna make an APPA law. Every person who said that everything is political will always 100% without failure interpret everything as sexist, racist, discriminatory, etc., etc., etc. Every breath you take, every breath you left out is political. Every move you make. Just all art is created in this world. All art is created by people, and it's impossible to remove people from experiences they have had and the view of the world. That kind of, I should have put this right next to the guy who is like flexing so much. He's taking the IP of we'll get to that guy in a bit. Essentially, it's the guy who is so proud that he's taking the IP of Call of Cthulhu, H.P. Lovecraft's IP, because H.P. Lovecraft is racist, etc., etc. Yeah, we haven't heard that take in a while. Whether you intend it or not, there will be political ideas that will exist in any art you create, and political interpretations are inevitable. Just because you didn't want to have a political theme in your creation doesn't mean that people won't see one in it. Well, just because there isn't one, just because you can interpret it doesn't mean that you should, okay? Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Just because you can interpret everything to have political ideas doesn't mean that you should interpret everything to have political ideas. Because like I said, every single time you try to interpret something to have a political idea, it's always gonna be, those things are problematic, those things are sexist, those things are racist, those things are homophobic. Every single time. It's always, every single thing that you do is problematic. It never fails to these people. It's insane. Sorry. Cute fan art, but I have a stream to do. Art is always political, not because the creator put politics in their art intentionally, but because art exists in the world, and the world is political. Hold on a second. PowerPoint is getting messed up. I'm gonna need to restart PowerPoint. Yeah, thank you, Monica. Thank you, Monica, for messing up my PowerPoint. Come on, processing. Shouldn't take long to open. Okay, where are we? Art is always political, not because the creator put politics in their art intentionally, but because art exists in the world, and the world is political. People will look at work and come up with different interpretations based on their own understanding of the world. Like I said, you don't have to. You shouldn't interpret everything as political, because, and also, like I said, you will interpret it as everything is problematic, everything is sexist, everything is racist, etc., etc. Choosing not to engage with the idea that there could be political interpretations of art does not negate that some can and will find political interpretations. Yeah, those people are stupid. Those people are stupid. Those people are crazy. Those people are unpleasant. Those people's opinion, their opinions are fucking trash, dog. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry that you cannot accept the opinion that those people's opinions are trash, but they are trash. Choosing not to understand why the sky is blue doesn't change the fact that there are reasons for that phenomenon. There are factual reasons for that phenomenon, not political reasons to that phenomenon. Okay, are you trying to tell me that the sky is blue is racist because it's blue and not say, oh, I don't know, brown? What? I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna come up with that, because the last stream we got the Guardian talking about how the skyscraper is raping the freaking sky. Oh man. Anyway, the statement all art is political is not the statement of every artist born to set out in the place for their own personal political agenda into art. It is saying that it can be a deeper understanding of why art exists in a way that it does, intentionally or not. So, in other words, even if you don't intend to mean it, they will interpret it as if you have intentions to it, and they will always, again, these people will take everything that you do and make it as if it's a political act, and they will call it and they will tell you that it's sexist, it's racist, etc., without failure, okay? Everything is political. It's an excuse to say that everything is problematic. That is the law. That is the law. That is up. I don't know if this is a law already yet, but there should be a law. Without failure, every single person who says everything is political will always say that everything is problematic. Without fucking failure, it always happens. It always happens. It's just the reality of the situation. Every single time. Without failure. Even something as devoid of text and iconography of visual details such as Tetris can be viewed at under a political lens if you decide to. Again, you can, but you shouldn't. The idea of a game where you build and build, but no matter how hard you work, it's destroyed and it goes on forever until you fail. You can see it that way, but you shouldn't. That's one. And two, what are you gonna say about it? That it promotes capitalism, that it promotes hard work, or that it devalues hard work, and that it is a message that your hard work is going to mean all nothing at the end of the day, and that it somehow promotes a certain ideology that you like or dislike, or that you disagree with it so much, therefore it's problematic. I know where this is going. I know where you're trying to go to this. And it's a shit take. But why though? Did Alexei Pajitnov intended for such a theme to be prevailing message of Tetris? No, of course not. He was just creating a puzzle game. But the elements of the game and the environment under which it was created and made in Soviet-ran Science Academy can raise questions. Again, you don't have to interpret it this way. It's just, don't. You're going to make yourself crazy doing this shit. It's just amazing. But why though? That's the thing. And speaking of capitalism, I suppose this is more like, Twitter has been hacked, ladies and gentlemen. Twitter has been hacked, and for a moment, the verified accounts, the checkmarks account on Twitter got hacked by a bunch of people, including Mr. Beast, people like Mr. Beast, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Joe Biden, Kanye West. A lot of these verified accounts got hacked, in which these verified accounts tell you to donate a certain number of money to a certain Bitcoin address. Please don't. If you want to donate some cash, if you want to donate a lot of money, donate to the Streamlabs link down below instead. Oh, speaking of which, 6760, donate to $1. Thank you so much. Guess all of those feet and floor fetish on DeviantArt is political, since it's liberating from missionary monogamy. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But yeah, Twitter got hacked. And for just a brief moment, Twitter decided to suspend and prevent every single blue checkmark or any checkmark account to tweet. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the definition of world peace. World peace has been temporarily achieved on Twitter because they decided to stop every single blue checkmark on Twitter, every single checkmark on Twitter to tweet for just a moment. For a moment, we had world peace. It's freaking amazing. It's the most miraculous, wonderful time in the whole universe. Blue checkmarks stopped tweeting and the world just suddenly turned infinitely more peaceful. God bless. God freaking bless. But seriously though, this scam fooled so many people to the point where apparently somebody decided to send $9,000 worth of Bitcoin and thousands, if not millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin sent them to these accounts. This, my friend, this This is the phantom thief that you're going to have in this. These are the phantom thieves. I'm sorry to say this to all of those phantom thieves out there, to the phantom thief larpers. The phantom thieves in real life are not as kind. These are the real phantom thieves in real life. They're actually stealing stuff, and they're doing it in the shadows, and they're doing it without everybody knowing. And Twitter security got compromised, and nobody still knows where this account leads to, who's registered by this account, who the hacker is. This is the real phantom thief. I'm sorry to all the Persona stands for destroying the reality of the situation, but if you look at the hackers blockchain, 5,314 people have fallen for the scam and sent these hackers $7.8 million thus far. Apparently last time, according to some other gamers numbers, he's more of an expert on this, the numbers are a lot less than this, but yeah, still, it's a lot of Bitcoin and a lot of people got scammed. It sucks, but goddamn. I mean, seriously, just look at the messages here. I am giving back to my fans due to COVID-19. Although, if it's from Mr. Beast, the thing is, if it's from Mr. Beast, it could be convincing because he does all these giveaways and shit. All Bitcoin sent to address below will be sent back doubled. Okay. Even that one is, but at that point, it's fucking dodgy. I'm sorry. At that point, it's already fucking dodgy. It's just already dodgy as fuck. Even if you sent like $2, he's not gonna send $4 back. It's just not a thing. I'm sorry. So, it was apparently a disgruntled employee from Twitter, so it was an inside job. Unconfirmed. That's still a conspiracy. A lot of the stories here are conspiracy at least, but we do know that these accounts got hacked and a lot of people got scammed. So, and the blue check marks on Twitter for just a couple of moments stop tweeting, and the world, we have achieved complete world peace. I mean, at that point. Yeah. You know what? Maybe I should like have a meme to every single time a situation happens, I need to have a meme on it, and therefore that actually makes the stream. This is the reality of the situation. Oh man. Yeah, and people that stupid, they really do deserve it. But yeah. Anyway, what is this? Take life insurance on myself and put me as the receiver, then oh. Well, being scammed by a Bitcoin scammer is one thing. Being scammed or being told that you should submit your entire financial status into a woman in this financial findom, by the way, if you guys don't know, it stands for financial domination, which means that it's a fetish, except instead of being dominated with pain, it's being dominated by the fact that you submit money to this thought or whoever in case. But yeah, this is a thing, and it's pretty much how simps work in general. And there's a lot of this. Always remember, we are replaceable. You must work hard to guarantee your place. It is okay to go broke for goddess. It is okay to go in a debt for goddess. It is okay to work in a public holiday for goddess. It's okay to never spend money on yourself for goddess. It is okay to broke for goddess. Like, your mistress will probably go on vacation soon. She wants to do is carefree. Buy her a new bikini and everything else she needs, and you pay for her journey and give her enough money. She has earned her vacation while we are allowed to continue working for a new holiday. People like this exist in real life. They're going to give these random women just cash without any sort of return, not because they want nudes, but because that's how they got off. They got dominated financially. It's findom. It's just, oh my god, it's pay pigs. Oh, and it goes on and on. What is this? Accepting new slaves. Oh my god. Accepting new slaves. Hashtag red slave. Human ATM. What the fuck? That's basically me when I was a kid to my mom. Wallet slave, wish slave, deb slave, sissy cuck. Remu Roku did to $1. Sip level 99999 infinity. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. But god damn this. Join my army and make me even richer than I already am. Oh my god. god. My lawyer just finished a 100k debt contract for my little subby. 100k debt. 3 years to pay it off. Already taking second job to make sure he can do it. Wow. Almost $2,800 per month, and that is without interest. These... Can I just rant about how these people get $2,800 a month doing fucking nothing because she's a woman? And yet I'm here trying to give the best entertainment as I could. I'm trying to make videos the best as I could. I got fucking jack shit. I got demonetized. How about that? Isn't that the world unfair? We live in a society. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a society where these freaking women get more money than actual hardworking people. I'm only just being half joking, but seriously though, Streamlabs link down below, for God's sake. You better simp on me instead of this. Oh man, jeez. Oh my god, it goes on. What is this? You're weaker and weaker every day than a bony dom. That if you can't resist what I do to you, relapse and send. Oh my god, it feels so fucking good to relapse. Oh my. I will always be your biggest addiction. I'm an expensive addiction, but you still crave me. Your addiction to my ass is going to empty your bank account and destroy your life. Oh my god. This is... I'm moving on. That's too much. Oh my... I should probably move this into the top, because this is somewhat relevant into this particular conversation, so might as well move this into the top. But yeah, from that is not a very good look. And that is not a very good look already. I mean, you can just see from where the where it's sourced from. My wife and her coworker let me set boundaries. Is this normal and healthy? Oh my god. So I posted here before asking for advice. Here's a link for the full story of the meeting that I posted on other pages. My wife finally met up with her coworker last weekend. I won't get into all the detail, but they had lots of sex and did a lot of things. Why? The problem is you aren't entertaining. Oh, holy shit. Why are you even on the stream if I'm not entertaining? Roasty. Anyway, my wife finally met up with a coworker last week. I won't get into the details. They launched sex and a lot of things. Afterwards, I spoke up to my wife about boundaries. She got upset pretty quickly and said that I didn't have the right to tell two other adults what they can or cannot do in the bedroom. How about divorce your wife? Excuse me? Even after I was feeling better about letting her sleep with him and be with him, they left a bad taste in my mouth. Divorce her, for fuck's sake! Oh my god! Ah! Later, I asked her if I could be with him the next time I meet. She seemed okay with it, but said she would ask her coworker friend. He said he didn't feel comfortable with it, so I couldn't be there. Is it normal to set boundaries and open a cuckold relationship? This is a 100% serious question. Oh my god, stop! No, why even do this? I don't get it. Why are you even... Oh my god, this is just the dumbest freaking thing. The absolute dumbest freaking... Am I the asshole for being upset that my girlfriend married a woman in a video game? Yes. Yes. That's like not even that's not even a that's not even a question. Yes. Yes, you are the asshole for being upset that my girlfriend married a woman in a... Yes! What the fuck? We're both in our 20s and living together during quarantine. My girlfriend has been playing Skyrim for the first time and married Serana. For context, I'm a dude and she's a supposedly straight woman. Oh no! God forbid that she roleplays as a lesbian in Skyrim. I personally feel uneasy about this. I mean, to be fair, Serana's pretty cool, to be fair, but... You got threatened by a freaking fictional character, dude. Your dignity got threatened by a fictional character. For starters, I know she would have to install a mod specifically to make Serana marryable. Yeah, there is a mod to make Serana marryable. There are also mods where you can kill children. I don't know if there are mods where you can marry children, although if that's the case, holy shit, that's fucked up. Nexus should ban that shit. It also makes me question her sexuality. I feel like maybe she's hiding something from me. When I asked her about it, she said that Serana was just like the most interesting character and she was still straight and that it's a video game and it doesn't matter. How can she be the one, the base one in this conversation? Oh, this is something that would happen to a woman. A woman would have thought about this. Right? It's usually a woman to a guy playing a video game doing his stuff with the wifeys and shit. But now the genders are reversed. I just promoted that. I'm only half serious about that. And that video game, that doesn't matter. I still think it's weird because I couldn't see myself marrying a dude in a video game. I asked her if she could try to find a divorce mod. Divorce mod. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Oh man, you're oh my dude, you oh man. Oh man, I got that. Where is I? And marry someone else, and she laughed at me. Oh my god, I wonder why. I didn't like that she isn't considering my feelings. Oh, should I play this? Should I play the violin version? Oh, so sad. Am I the asshole? Yes, you are the asshole in this conversation. What? And speaking of, well, we generally talk about cucks, but now we talk about Will Smith in this conversation. Okay, Will Smith was like in 5 movies last year and is the most profitable man in Hollywood. Do not feel bad for him. Okay, for the context of this conversation, Will Smith is unhappy that his wife is not very faithful for him. Let's just say Will Smith got cocked, or at least the news from what I've been hearing. And it doesn't make him very happy. And this guy's argument is, hey, this guy is rich, therefore don't feel bad about him finding out that his wife has been unfaithful to him. Apparently because money solves everything. But money doesn't equal effing happiness. Yes, it does, you goofy ass N-word. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It's wrong. It's wrong. I'm trying to play this sound clip. Why are you not playing? Why are you not playing? What the fuck? No! Not the victory team, jeez. There you go. What the fuck was that? 2 realities. Your wife cheats on you, you work at Walmart, you're an essential worker and have bills to pay in a pandemic, you are working paycheck to paycheck. Your wife cheats on you, you are the richest black man alive, and also Margot Robbie waiting in the wings. Seriously? 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 Your wife cheats on you. Alright, your wife cheats on you. You feel unhappy, but you shouldn't feel unhappy because 1, you're rich, and 2, you have other girls to spend on. I mean, I don't know about you, but being cheated on takes some time to recover. I don't know. It's clearly you're not the kind of person who has ever been cheated on. Clearly, you're not the kind of person who has ever experienced any of this sort of stuff. Sound effects are not playing. What the fuck? Really? Really? Sound effects are not playing. Damn. My bad. How about this? There you go. There you go. My bad. So I missed the violin in that one. In that case, my bad. Now you can hear it. Anyway, but still, depression is real. Yes. My point is that when you don't have to deal with issues of the working class, you are in. Oh, seriously? We're doing that shit. We're doing that shit. I mean, rich doesn't equal happy. It helps a lot. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sorry. It doesn't. I mean, for example, all right. For example, this is just finding out that your wife cheats on you. What if you lost a loved one? Okay, what if somebody decided to kill somebody that you love, right? And this person said, I'm going to pay you $10 million in return. Yeah, that's basically what happens in the intro for The Boys, where in the episode 1, literally there's a speedster superhero, there's a guy holding his girlfriend, and then the speedster superhero walked past the guy, straight up obliterating her into pieces. And then the lawyer of that superhero come into the guy and said, hey, we're going to offer you compensation. Except it's not 1 million, it's $40,000. Yeah, imagine having your lost loved one. Imagine having lost a loved one, the love of your life, being completely obliterated, and the person who is trying to compensate for the loss is only paying you $40,000. For God's sake. I mean, imagine valuing your love life for just $40,000 fucking dollars. Jesus Christ. But no. And that's a most extreme scenario. But still, even this is a very heartbreaking scenario. I mean, have you seen his face? You've seen his face? He doesn't look very happy. Will doesn't look very happy. Jesus. I take it you mean like money doesn't make you happy, but there are infinitely more avenues of happiness if you're rich as fuck. Yeah. No. No, that's not what that hold on. Again, money doesn't mean happiness, and just because you can spend many things on money, just because there are things that you can spend money with that makes you happy, doesn't mean that it will make you happy. I'm sorry. I am sorry. This isn't about money and happiness. It's about his wife cheating on him. He deserves no sympathy because money. Exactly. Like, what do you want him to do? He went from broke to being worth 250 million. He went back in his own charity to give back to people in his old situation, but it's still fuck him. He just gets paid for acting in movies, but he's the bad guy. That's crazy. Why do you love Will Smith so much? Why do you hate Will Smith so much? Isn't this a question that should be directed to you? You're the one who's making the statement here. That is a question that should be you. Why do you hate Will Smith so much? This is not a question of why do I love him or why do people love him. I mean, why do people love Will Smith? I mean, isn't that kind of obvious? It's Will fucking Smith. Of course people are gonna love Will Smith. He's a fucking icon. He stars in a lot of films. He's a great charismatic actor. And then you say, why do you love Will Smith so much? Yeah, maybe you haven't been paying attention. You're just looking at Will Smith and thought, oh, he's a rich guy, so fuck him. Jeez. Oh, what is this? Queer public sex is at the heart of a culture war between radical queers versus reformists. Excuse me? Under the surface, anti-public sex views are steeped in racism, classism, gentrification, and police surveillance. Why public sex is integral to queerness? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are against public sex, that means you are homophobic and transphobic. What is that? What? You can't be. Nah. Public sex is at the center of a queer culture war. In the age of cyber sex and police surveillance. Oh, also in the age of July 17, 2020. Oh, maybe you haven't been realizing the current events, but people are not allowed to go outside too much and interact with people too much. I don't know if you haven't been paying attention with the news, but oh God. Why is it? Why can't my famous gender non-conforming friends get laid? Oh my God. Oh, this is an old article. Holy shit. Okay, what is this? Okay, I'm reading it anyway. Jacob Tobia and Alok Vine Ferdinand and femme non-binary icons, but that won't get them dates. And the reason why it speaks volumes about the discomfort with those who exist between genders. Okay, fine. I'm reading this old article because it's kind of relevant. But anyway, OMG, I'm going to switch my gender to woman too so I can look at straight guys. Alok exclaims they picked up their phone and Jacob followed suit. Okay, so let me get this straight. You're trying to pick up, you're trying to get love life, you're trying to get dates, but you couldn't get dates as gay people, as gays. So you try to make yourself to become women so you can pick up straight guys. Okay. I'd vaguely known that most of the prospects have been gay identified men, but it didn't even occur to me that if given only two gender choices, they would need to pick man on Tinder so they would get gay instead of straight matches, along with the rare bi and pan guys. In the meantime, Alec and Jacob complained that they couldn't get matches in the first place. Well, welcome to fucking Tinder. Dude, that's the Tinder experience for you. You didn't get matched. Welcome to the dating game. Welcome to online dating. Welcome to fucking Tinder. That happens to every single fucking person. Even when they resorted to swiping right on almost everyone. And even with the few matches they did get, guys didn't respond with their messages. Oh, should I play this? Should I play the sad violin on these two? Boo freaking who. It became apparent that my brand of gender nonconformity was somehow more attractive to men than Alok and Jacobs, and as the night wore on, I found myself sincerely befuddled. The looks I gave in the pictures were just as funky as theirs, with my partly shaved head and my geometric body plus suit plus oversized platform heels. Wait, you're born as a man while wearing all of this, right? You are conjuring very uncomfortable images in my head, and I would rather... or a close-up of me sans makeup that showed off my strong bow and flat chin and all their androgynous glory. That's good. I wonder aloud why Alec and Jacob were getting matches. If there was some algorithmic mystery at play, whether our guys were racist against Indians in Alec's case, or they found Jacob's bright makeup too intimidating. Oh! Oh my god! Oh my, oh god! Oh, 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 dude! Oh, oh my god! What the fuck? Oh, what are these? No. What the fuck? No, Jesus, why? And you're questioning why you haven't got dates? Why you haven't got a match on Tinder? What? You wonder why you didn't get matches on Tinder, fam? I wonder why I didn't get matches on Tinder. Oh my god. It's a shitty JoJo spin-off. I'm moving on. That's too trash, dog. Reset era, please bless me with something. Or curse me with something. Oh, 67-16-21, but throw it away. It's ugly. Ugh. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Reset era, please. Show me something less ugly. Your perfect, ideal, but unrealistic vision of Earth. If you had unlimited power to shape the Earth, how you see it, what would it look like? I had a discussion with my wife yesterday about our ideal vision of the planet, and I'm pleased that we both came up with the same ideas. Well, good for you. This is just a pipe dream, and I don't expect to see this, but this is our perfect fantasy. Well, this is coming from a Dark Souls stand, so I'm guessing that it's probably going to be a dystopia one. It's also an idea I raised before on these boards, but not in so much detail. One world government, no more nations means no more nationalism. Well, that we're off to a good start, isn't it? Fuck individualism in general. Yeah, screw nations for having any sorts of independence. Yeah, we all have to unite in one very big nation. We all have to adhere to the same laws. Holy shit. Free housing. The government will provide you with housing. No. I'm sorry. No. The government will provide you with housing, UB benefits, and will assign you job based on your skills, so you never have to search for a job again. You'll never have to search for a job again. Then how do people in general operate? How are we going to find the resources to, I don't know, build things or gathering food in general? No more capitalism or money, and no more materialistic objects. Everything will be government issued, including clothing and phones. Everyone will wear the same clothing, have the same shoes, the same phone, the same hairstyles, etc. Dude, no, for the love of that. If you cannot see how this will turn into a dystopia, you are fucking delusional, fam. If you do well at your job and also do well within society, you'll be rewarded with points. You mean money. No more capitalism, but if you do a good job, you will be rewarded. Excuse me, but that sounds very capitalistic to me. These points can be exchanged for luxury items like a holiday or new television. It's money! It's the points! That's money! This is capitalism! That's fucking money! That's literally money! Right-wing politics are bad. But you have capitalism already. If you do well at your job and do well within society, you'll be rewarded with points. Everything is left or far left only. Yeah, this idea is already applied, and it's not very good. Let's just say that. No more armed forces. That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. So what do you think? What if the aliens invade? Yeah, seriously, can you explain to me what happened if the aliens invade in your Chunibu-esque universe that you are the one and only, the idealistic version of the world? What if the aliens decided to invade? How are you going to defend yourself against the aliens? Or what if people decided to rebel? How are you going to defend yourself? Are we going to defend ourselves with sharp objects? Are we going to go back to sticks, sharp bamboo sticks to harm each other, I suppose? I just... No more armed forces. If we're all under a one world government, there is no war or conflict. That means no guns, tanks, warships, etc. All of that is crap. Again, how do you are gonna defend with aliens or any sorts of people rebelling in general? All the money that was used to spend killing each other is now put towards science, medical research, etc. Basically anything that benefits mankind. Well, the problem is mankind is fucking stupid. Mankind is egotistical. Mankind is not a collective. They will disagree with one another. All right, it's going to happen because everybody is different. Everybody have different opinions, and sometimes those different opinions can lead into war, can lead into conflict, can lead into people fighting each other. It happens. And even though we're gonna, if you remove all the guns, even if remove all the armed forces, remove the tanks, the warships, etc., people are going to still fight with good old fisticuffs. It's gonna happen anyway. No more prison system and no police. Each micro region will decide on either punishment or redemption to how you see it. Okay, imagine. Okay, again, psychopaths exist. Serial killers exist. Real world. Those people exist. Those people who are not mentally well and are unable to operate within any degree in society, they exist. And they're going to continue killing people no matter what kind of... Oh my god. This is so poorly thought. Who wrote this? This gotta be a freaking... You cannot have a wife. I'm sorry. You have to be 10. This is impossible. I can only believe if this was written by a 10-year-old. I cannot believe that this is written by an adult who has a wife. I am pressing X even on that wife part. My god. Ugh. There are still lots that myself and my wife need to iron out, but I was happy that we both shared the same idea of a paradise vision of Earth. This does not sound like a fucking paradise. This sounds like a fucking dystopia. This sounds like a fucking dystopia that you have to do well within your job for the government, etc., etc. Please the government. Everything you have to essentially just everything. Just leave it to the government. Just leave them to do everything. Yeah, it's not like the government has done any bad things before. I mean, aren't you the guys that frequently criticize Trump? Oh my god. I would both share the same idea as a paradise vision on Earth, although we know full well this would never happen in our lifetimes. It would never happen because most people are smarter than you. They're dumb, don't get me wrong, but they're not stupid enough to implement this particular reality. It's impossible. So if you had these reality bending powers, what would your ideal vision of Earth look like? If I had this reality bending powers, definitely not yours. I can tell you 100% it's definitely not your world. That sounds like a horrendous dystopia. Holy shit! Is somebody on Recent Era actually based? Anyway, you seem to completely disregard the need for self-actualization. Why on earth wouldn't people be able to choose how to style their own hair? Why do they have to work assigned jobs rather than choosing what we personally fulfilling? You say dystopia, but we see it as utopia! Holy shit! That's... Oh my god! Holy shit! That is straight up fucking delusional. Holy shit! Maybe it's because we spent years keeping up with the Jones that we sick of buying designer clothes, shoes, watches, tech, etc. It would be so much easier for a one-world government to tell me where to work and just give me 7 gray t-shirts and jeans to wear. That's fucking dystopian as fuck! No creativity, no variety, no creativity. It's the same thing over and over again. Submit yourself to the drone. Submit yourself to the government. My god. Jesus. Oh my god, sorry, but this sounds like some Orwellian nightmare to me. I mean, Even Reset Era, the idea is so horrifying that even the people at Reset Era found it crazy. What about personal style? What about creativity, freedom to express yourself? People at Reset Era caring about the freedom of people, the freedom of expression. That's fucking hilarious. What about it? How does it benefit human race? What is its purpose? I've spent most of my life trying to look good to other people and spending money on flash shit, and it didn't benefit me at all. Oh my god. Yeah, maybe that's not the solution to the problem. Maybe that's not the problem. Maybe you're applying the wrong solution to the problem that you are currently having right now. All I did was show me how shallow life is. If we were all issued the same clothing, all of these peacocking will be gone. So let me get this straight. You wanted to issue the same clothes to everybody with absolutely no variation with each other so that everybody is the same thing because you personally felt that you have never felt special or that looking different doesn't benefit you in some way or the other. I don't know about you, but that's not society's fault. This is kind of your fault. My god. I hereby title said points dollars. It's not money. It can't be put in the bank. It's just a point-based system that is rewarded for hard work and good standing within the community. Okay, you know what? I take that back. That is not money. That is fucking the Chinese fucking social points that are implementing right on China. Holy shit. These points can only be exchanged for luxury goods only. They cannot be given to another citizen either. Yeah, this is the Chinese fucking point system. This is the fucking Chinese social credit system. Holy shit. My god, dude. Fucking crazy. I need something dumb, please. What is this? I hope this is dumb. Couldn't get rid of the dudes behind me, so please pretend they are not there so this picture is perfect. I can easily Photoshop this for you. Seriously? Seriously? Yeah, just use clone stamp on these two. It's not so hard. John Mayer really came true to me at my time of need, but he wanted $400 to remove a watermark. Wow, okay, I guess you don't like supporting artists. Seriously? $400 just for this? I mean, apparently, ladies and gentlemen, apparently I can get easy money from that. I'm gonna do it. You know what? Fuck it. I'm doing it. I'm getting that $400. How about you pay me that $400, right? Right? You pay me that $400. Let me do it. Let me do it. Let me do it for you. Let me demonstrate to you. Here, ladies and gentlemen. Here's an absolutely easy $400. Yeah, you open your favorite paint editor or whatever, and you just remove everybody on the picture like that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Easy $400. Easy money. Yeah, I forgot to say that, but it was fucking cool. Easy money, ladies and gentlemen. Easy money. Easy money. Look at that. I have made easy money with this. Easy money. Easy money! $400, baby! $400! Look at how easy it is. Look at that. Just take another segment of picture, just scrub it in right there. Look at that. Easy money! Easy money, ladies and gentlemen, etc., etc., etc. You get the point. But goddamn, do it until it's finished. But goddamn, the easy money on this one. $400 for just that edit, dude. Easy money. Easy money indeed. So, because this guy refused to pay the $400, he decided to do the big brain action of just removing everybody in the picture. Well, I don't know who you are, John Mayer, but you are a one hell of an amazing troll. You almost made easy money, and you just showed to you that easy money can be made. Absolute perfection. Well, that brought my sanity back to normalcy. Okay, what is this? Oh, it was this guy. He was trying to flex to all the gamers out there. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your lives in video games. Don't waste your lives in video games. Why? Because if you waste your lives on video games, you don't get to go to all of these beautiful places, and you don't get to throughout the world and go explore around the world and be. He put this video where he just explores around the world and be a normal person, etc., etc. He got this all hot chicks and everything like that. Yeah, we talk about a guy who does this similar thing. He basically tries to flex on the gamers and say, hey, if you are playing video games in your life, you're a loser. Look at me, I am not a loser. I do all of this shit. I travel around the world. Okay, first off, dude, let me try to bring the hard reality here to you. Okay, you doing all of these things is amazing, right? That's great. That is amazing. You did all of this thing. You travel around the world. Kind of weird that you have to promote the idea of traveling around the world in this day and age at this point in time, but okay, good for you. But here's the thing, all right? The fact that you are trying so desperately to prove to all those gamers that you are not a loser kind of makes you a loser. I mean, that's the highlight of it. You don't have to prove to the gamers that you are not a loser. It's kind of self-evident. I mean, you already travel around the world. You already have all of this money. You already have good job to pay for your rent and everything like that. It's already kind of self-evident that you are already good. You don't have to flex it to the gamers, unless if you're very insecure. Actually, people flexing in general, it just highlights their insecurity, that they would they flex. A lot of people flex to essentially accentuate the fact, or to perpetuate this notion that people's worth are that people's materials are that the only worth that people have is only their materials, and clearly you have a lot of materials to flex, but your self-esteem is very low. Sorry, but if you're not making a career out of it, then you're just rotting away. I see people playing 8+ hours a day, and they're honestly just ruining themselves. Seriously? I mean, seriously, if they're only playing 8 hours, or 8 hours a day is fucking casual numbers for the record. If they're playing 8 hours a day, so are they playing it on holiday? Are they playing it on work days? Are they working at home? Or are they not working at all? Or they chose not to work? Are all of them are all the people who play video games 8+ hours a day unemployed? Because I'm pretty sure most people who play video games are adults, and last time I checked, most adults are at least employed. Not in this day and age, but still, even even not considering the fact that we're living in a time where it's very difficult to get any sorts of jobs, right? Even not considering that fact, it doesn't really freaking matter. It's adults. It's their spare time. Go outside. Go outside. Not a good advice to share in this time. It's just not a good advice. That is not a good advice. Maybe you haven't been paying attention to what's been happening lately, but going outside is the last thing that you should be doing. Exercise, make connections, if better for your mental health, physical health, and well-being. No, do anything else that will be better for your mental health, physical health, and well-being. And if that includes playing video games, then so be it. Play video games. If that includes reading manga, so be it. Read mangas. If that includes watching animes, then so be it. Read anime. Watch anime. Read anime. Jesus Christ. Read anime. Watch manga. Smell audiobooks. But yeah, dude, weird flex, and a really weird target to try to flex it in, but okay. Also, this guy is apparently a YouTuber who has only like 500 subs on a YouTuber who has 500 subs. I don't know why this guy then why are you even anyway, moving on. So I'd like to talk about Cthulhu Games and H.P. Lovecraft. Said this guy who decided to give a middle finger to H.P. Lovecraft. Yeah, that'll show him. That'll show him. I want to play it. It reminds me of this classic video. This classic video that I want to get to that I want to show to you guys. This absolute classic video, because I fucking love this video. Do you guys remember this video? Hold on. You guys remember this? Look at that. That is a guy throwing a middle finger, taking a camera, throwing a middle finger. On what, you might ask? That'll show him that I have ended the tyranny of this oppression from the one and only Orange Man. Yeah, that will completely show him. Oh man. There's also this one too. Look at that chick. Look at that. Look at that. That'll show him. That'll show him. Yeah. Just this privileged motherfucker just doing some time in the gym, throwing the middle finger to Trump when he shows up on the TV. That'll show him. That'll end racism. That will end this tyranny and oppression. My God. But anyway, yeah. So this guy is throwing the middle finger to Cthulhu. That'll show him. But anyway, I received criticism about being vocally anti-racist. The issue isn't that you are anti-racist. The issue is that you're making such an obvious fucking move that everybody would make. It is such an obvious... Of course, everybody would go and throw a middle finger to H.P. Lovecraft for being racist. It's a thing. But H.P. Lovecraft is not a very good people person in general. He made really good works, but I don't recall him being a very good people person. I mean, he named his cat the N-word. The N-word with a hard R man. I think it was that. But also, he's dead. It's a fair point, being vocally racist and yet making games based on a terribly racist man's work. That is true though. Like, if you condemn him so much, why even make a game from his work? It's a fair point. I'd like to give some insight to my headspace on this topic. I also need to be clear, the following opinions are mine and mine alone. I will not speak for any blah, 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 blah. Let's get this out of the way. Howard Phillips Lovecraft was a racist piece of shit. Fuck him. I'm not going to debate this. Well, no one is. No one is going to debate that. But for some reason, you are under this assumption that somehow stating that is a revolutionary act that makes you to be a good person automatically. The Cthulhu mythos is inspiring, dreadful, and incredible in my opinion. I've been influenced by the ideas rather than the writing itself, which I don't consider good. Ooh. It's also public domain, and frankly, I'm interested in it as a pastiche rather than a set of stories. I work at a Call of Cthulhu game for FFG based on the Arkham horror pulp universe, and Death May Die, of which I'm incredibly proud. Both of these are original IPs, intellectual properties inspired by Lovecraft's work. In my opinion, we reclaimed the mythos to explore new stories based on the same existential horror, but minus the most problematic elements. I'm particularly proud of the investigators per DMD. Simon even said, make sure they're all as diverse and representative as possible. Yup. Seriously? Telling Lovecraft fans he was a huge racist is like telling WWE fans that wrestling is fake. They know and they don't care. Exactly. Oh, man. I believe it is possible to update problematic content with modern context, and with DMD, we just went to it. Now, some will critique on my take on psychosis as superpowers is problematic, and that's fair game. I think I stand behind it, but I don't get to tell anyone how to feel. But you're supporting a racist. I hear you. I do. The mythos is public domain. HP doesn't see a dime from your work, but I accept that people have different tolerance thresholds, and any furtherance of his work is unacceptable to some. We disagree, and I hope that's okay. How about he's a racist? How about to say that he's a fucking racist, and you just say, but I do like his work. His work he's great. He's just a racist person. How can it be an original IP if they are inspired on? I have no fucking idea. Go ask the guy. There's a meaningful ongoing debate about the spectrum of separation between art and artists, and I still think I have a lot to learn here. Oh, oh man, you tell me. So my opinion will continue to evolve over time. At the end of the day, the overturn window of problematic content keeps shifting as society endeavors to become more considerate of each other. It's entirely possible that I'll eventually be on the wrong side of history on this topic. You tell me. And I both accept that and won't hide it. As artists, we create, we share, we learn from feedback, and we move on, and my ears are always open. Well, I hope your ears are open to this. Your opinion is trash, dog. But anyway, what is this? It's not that being white makes us racist. It's that racism made us white! Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right here, folks. If you are racist, it's not being white that makes us racist, it's being racist that makes you white. Whiteness is a construct of racism and for racism. Abolishing it doesn't mean getting rid of people's skin, culture, or heritage. It means getting rid of racist ideas or hierarchies. Ladies and gentlemen, apparently, it's not that being white that makes you racist, it's that being racist makes you white. I can't even with these people anymore. I'm about to get raised. Oh my god. I'm putting this on just to anticipate you guys for this. I can't believe that this has to be fucking fake. This has to be a fucking 4chan troll, but for some reason, the National Museum of African American History and Culture wants to make you aware of certain signs of whiteness: individualism, hard work, objectivity, the nuclear family, progress, respect for authority, delayed gratification, more. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, apparently there are a lot of these things that make you to be a part of the white culture. Assumptions of whiteness. All of these things will make you a white person. Because again, it's not that being white makes you racist, it's that being racist makes you white. Okay. Let's read this. Aspects and assumptions of whiteness and white culture in the United States. While dominant culture, or whiteness, refers to ways white people and their traditions, attitudes, and ways of life have been normalized over time and are now considered standard practices in the United States, and since white people still hold most of the institutional power in America, we have all internalized some aspects of white culture, including people of color. Okay, what are these aspects of white culture that people have internalized with? Rugged individualism. The individual is the primary unit. Self-reliance, independence, and autonomy, high value. Wait, so you're telling me that if somebody is an individual, that means that they're white? Okay, so it's not that being it's not that being white that makes you makes you individual. It's that being individual makes you white. Or independence and autonomy, highly valued plus rewarded. Oh, self-reliance, independence, and autonomy? God forbid! God forbid that you are self-reliant and have independence and autonomy. Individuals assume to be in control of their environment. You get what you deserve. This has to be a freaking troll. You get what you deserve. Come on, this is straight up a quote from the freaking Joker film. This has to be a troll. This can't be real. This has to be fake. Like, seriously, if you inverse this, so basically what you're saying is if this is white culture, then black culture is collectivism. It's relying on people way too much. No independence and no autonomy. You have to depend on the government or other people. Vincent 217 donate to $1. I guess all your hard work has made you white, Appa. I am white now. Thank you so much for the donation. Keep them coming. Family structure. The nuclear family. Father, mother, 2-3 children is the ideal social unit. Husband is breadwinner and head of the household. Wife is homemaker and subordinate to the husband. Children should have own rooms, be independent. Apparently, if you subscribe to all of those ideas, those are white ideas, ladies and gentlemen. Those are white ideas. Emphasis on scientific method. Okay. You're gonna tell me that math is racist now. Math is racist. Science is racist because it's made by white people. So what you're telling me is that black people do not rely on emphasis on scientific method. Black people rely on voodoo magic. I don't know. What the fuck do black people rely on if this is what you're trying? History. Based on Northern European immigrants' experience in the United States, heavy focus on the British Empire, the primary of Western Greek, Roman, and Judeo-Christian tradition. You can't focus on... It's an edited how to be successful graphic that the National Museum of African American History actually put on their website. So it is fucking real. Oh my fucking god. Protestant work ethic. Hard work is the key to success. Work before play. If you didn't meet your goals, you didn't work hard enough. What the fuck? Religion. Christianity is the norm. Anything other than Judeo-Christian tradition is foreign. No tolerance for deviation from single God concept. Okay. Status, power, and authority. Wealth equals worth. Your job is who you are. Respect authority. Huh. If that's white culture, that explains why black people don't like the cows. I mean, what the... Seriously, what the fuck? Oh, the implication of this is racist as fuck. Heavy value on ownership of good space property. Heavy value on ownership of good space property. If that is white culture, that explains why black people love to steal stuff. Are you trying to say, is that what you're trying to say? Is that what you're trying to say? That's racist as fuck? Excuse me? What the fuck, dude? That's fucking racist? It's what is this? There's so much internalized racism here. I'm just, oh my god, you're reinforcing the stereotype. It's, oh my god. Future orientation, plan for future, delayed gratification, progress is always best, tomorrow will be better. Okuyasu, my god. Aesthetics based on European culture. Aesthetics is based on European culture. So what are you suggesting? You're suggesting that black people should not wear clothes? Should be what, tribes or something? What are you trying to say? Steaks and potatoes, bland is best. Huh. I didn't know that white people think that bland steak and potatoes are the best. I don't know. Women's beauty based on blonde, thin Barbie? What? Man's attractiveness based on economic status, power, and intellect. That's a common thing that none of these are exclusively white issues. Holidays based on Christian religions, based on white history and male readers. Oh my god. Then make your own holidays. Jeez. Justice based on English common law, protects property and entitlement in 10 courts. Competition, be number one, win at all costs. Oh, how dare people be competitive? Oh, how dare they? How dare you become the best? How dare you be the best around? Action orientation, master and control nature, must always do something about a situation. Aggressiveness and extroversion, decision making, majority rules when whites have... This can't be real. This has to be a fucking 4chan troll. The King's English rules, communications, written tradition, avoid conflict, intimacy. So, let me get this straight. White culture is avoiding conflict and being intimate. Black culture is not avoiding conflict and not being intimate and showing too much emotions and discussing too much personal life and not be polite. There's so much internalized racism with this. It's fucking insane. Somebody has to get fired for this. National Museum, African American History Culture. Whoever is in charge for this, please, for the love of God, fucking fire them. This has to be a 4chan troll. This cannot be fucking real. It can't be fucking real, but apparently it is. It's fucking insane. I'm moving on from that. Arrested. We were alerted to a series of racist messages sent to a footballer today, and after looking into them and conducting checks, we have arrested a boy. The 12-year-old from Seoul has been taken into custody. It's a 12-year-old. It's a freaking 12-year-old. You just arrested a 12-year-old for shit posting, for posting racist messages. Good job. Thanks to everybody who raised it. Racism won't be tolerated. How about you educate these children instead of scarring them for life? My middle son has joined Team Trump. He's dead to me. Wow. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, isn't that amazing? Like, isn't that amazing? The fact that you have a political disagreement to your own family member, that automatically means that the family member is dead to you. If you need a reason to unfriend me, wow. I am anti-Trump, anti-rebel flag, pro-choice, pro-LGBTQIA, and pro-Black Lives Matter. how about don't center yourself so much on your political opinions? Don't determine your friendship based on political opinions. If you need a reason to unfriend me, I am pro-Trump, pro-military, pro-law. Okay. This is the same thing, but it's in the opposite side. How about be friends to people regardless of their political opinions? How about that? Covering up camera could damage your laptop, says Apple. Nice try, FBI. Nice try, FBI. I'm sorry, FBI. That's a very nice try, but you're not fooling us this time. I'm covering up. Yeah, cover all your webcams. Cover all your freaking cameras. They're gonna spy on you. Nice try, FBI. Nice try, NSA. Not this time. Not this time. Also, for those who are still using Apple products, I mean, goddamn, what are you doing? Anyway, Ghost of Tsushima is being praised by Japanese critics. Cool. There's gonna be more critical discourse around Ghost of Tsushima, and this link will be used in bad faith to defend the game against criticism. Okay, what kind of criticism? Asians will have different perspectives than Asian Americans. It's not complicated. Well, that is true. Asians will have different perspectives than Asian Americans, or in other words, Americans. They're Americans. They're just Asians, but they are Americans at the end of the day. That Asians will have a viewpoint that is obviously different to Americans. That's going to be pretty much 100% fucking obvious. Thank you for stating the obvious. But what are you trying to say here? What are you trying to say here? Are you trying to say that you're going to dismiss the opinions of the Asians compared to the Asian Americans? What are you trying to say? Adding this perspective to the thread, it goes with Love TD's tweets yesterday about this discomfort around the Japanese nationalism driving the story. Why? Why is that uncomfortable? Samurai are historical figures warped into a Batman-like fantasy. It's worth talking about. Why in that perspective? Why do you have to talk it in that particular perspective? I'd like to add that those in Japan have a stake in this. This is a story they want to be told. Non-Japanese Asian and Asian Americans who suffered at the hands of Japanese imperialism will feel very differently. So you are going to assume, all right, you're going to assume that non-Japanese Asian that suffers from Japanese imperialism and Asian Americans that suffer from Japanese imperialism are going to be offended by the existence of this game because it's pro-Japan. Well, as someone who is a non-Japanese Asian, as someone who actually suffered from Japanese imperialism, I tell you to go fuck yourself. I tell you to not go over me and say that I should be offended because you say so, because I'm fucking not offended by this. How about you go fuck yourself? Jesus. Shut up, freaking American gaijins. I don't even. That's basically racism. Studios, we can't have LGBT characters because people react poorly. Twitter, that's not true at all. Writers, this character is a lesbian. Twitter, that's fucking bullshit. Nah, this is not how it goes. How it goes instead is studios. We will have LGBT characters. And people are gonna be like, cool. And then the studio is going to be like, hey, this character who is established to be straight is going to be a lesbian. And that's where people say that's bullshit. But no, apparently people just hate lesbians, I guess. Moving on. Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a treat. This is one of the funniest, the dumbest, but also the strangest hooplas that I have ever encountered in the past week. And this is quite the saga. So let's talk about this particular individual. So you got this individual, right? Named Nitomata. Nito. So Nitomata Pixel Buster argument. So Pixel Buster, this guy is being called out by this particular person right here. Why? Because this Pixel Buster dude, also known as Nitomata, has been found to have used game news outlets to obtain review codes, play the games, and then refuse to review them. Essentially, he's getting free games by asking for review copies, which actually happens quite a lot. But the thing about this one is that he is trying to represent a certain website, a certain gaming website. I want to have access to these games, an early copy of these games, to review copies of these games. Except he was dismissed from the company, he was terminated from the company, and yet he still asked for these freaking publishers for review copies of these games. And this would mean the review codes were basically free games. I'm awaiting the comment of this situation. Just a few days ago, I would publish post today. This post, of course, retweeted on my own post, but post is coming, blah, blah, blah. Pixel Buster admitted to it. Yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. And yeah, this is the Steam account of this particular individual that steal all of these games. This guy owns 1,716 games that he probably did not buy. He probably didn't buy any of these games, and he only reviewed 71 of them, or at least on Steam at least. He didn't actually do a review on that website. Maybe he should have put a link. You can't actually put review links on Steam reviews, but still. This, damn. Yeah, he managed to steal a bunch of games, a lot of games. Now, not all of the games for sure, but a good portion, like hundreds. He claim himself that he stole hundreds and hundreds of games. It's pretty much he lost count on how many games he stole. So there are quite a lot of games that he stole off of review copies, and he got into a lot of trouble. A lot of people are calling him out for this. I mean, at least when you're a pirate, you're doing it by your own discretion. Being a pirate actually is more respectable than this. At least you do not put a bad name on the website that you are supposedly trying to represent. You are ruining other people's reputation in the process. You are harming other people's reputation in the process because you just want free games. At least the pirates only harm themselves. The pirates don't harm anybody. So anyway, this account, 22 years old, he, him, of course. Pronouns in the bio, what do you expect? Obsessed with games and old tech, likes working with computers, blah, 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 blah. This guy said, I fucked up. Oh, boy. Of course you fucked up. I honestly don't know how I messed up so much by taking advantage of review codes. Oh, it kind of answered your own question there, doesn't it? I should have seen the repercussions coming a mile away. I'm going to be taking a break from social media as a result. I will no longer be reviewing games or joining any video game sites from now on. Also, this guy is allegedly a pedophile. He was talking sexually to a 16-year-old on Discord, and he got caught during a big Twitter argument and a few years back. His friend at the time heard about this and made him confess to it. So this is conversation between this Pixel Buster guy and this friend. Essentially, there's a bit of a conversation, a bit of an argument, and the friend ends with this. I fucking told you from the beginning to tell me the truth, but you keep skimming across the subject and make drastic measures. You want me to tell the truth? Fine, I'll just say it. All of that shit you provided me is true. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. This person straight up admitted to all of the allegations that are being made to allegations of him talking sexually to a 16-year-old on Discord. So there was that. But it gets better. Hey there, Sean. It's Pixel. You may have already seen what I did, and shit, I'm fine. So this guy has a new Discord account. He's trying to go back to the entire thing. So anyway, yo, do an uncap on S. Craig Zowler's film. He has directed 3 films: Bone Tomahawk, Brawn, and Celebrate 99, and Drag Across Concrete. Do it because I'm getting sick of the spandex shit. I've seen Bone Tomahawk. I know about Tomahawk and Drag Across Concrete, but I don't know about the other one. Anyway, I'll be taking a break from social media in the meantime. I know it's hard for me to put words into it, but hear me out. I know it's hard to forgive me after what I did, but honestly, I want to make sure that as people are informed about this as possible. Hey man, read up what you did. It's kind of fucked up. Also, read up on the pedophilia stuff you were engaged with, in which is really fucked up. Get some help or whatever, but never contact me again. Can't believe I was friends with you. Goodbye. Fucking king move right there. Absolute fucking king move right there. Just straight up, exactly, right there. Fucking amazing. Damn. Straight up. Oof. Boom. Boom right there. Wrecked, baby. But it gets better. That's expected. But the main reason I did this in the first place is because I have no job or sustainable income. Well, we kind of figured that one out. I'm also disabled and have ADHD and autism. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Your disability, your ADHD or whatever, all of those things completely justifies you stealing a bunch of games and lying to people and ruining their reputation and ruining the reputation of their website. Isn't this person amazing? My sense of self-control is severely lacking as a result. That's right. All of that. It's because of my ADHD and autism. Obviously. There's just so much wrong with me. We can figure that out. It's very obvious. And it was only inevitable that I would eventually fall flat on my face. Is that because of the autism too? Is that because of the ADHD too? Is that it? Jeez. Excuses. But it gets better. It gets better. My reputation is ruined forever. People are gonna make fun of me when they look at my name. Oh, oh, ho, 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 ho. Oh, that's very sad. Dude, I don't know what to say. First Zero and now you. How am I gonna recover from this? Seriously, I can't do anything. Don't steal games. Some people may reconsider looks on you if you put up a proper statements. No. I mean, you stole hundreds of video games. You lied to a bunch of game publishers saying that you represent a website when you're not. You ruin a lot of the reputation of these people. Almost ruin the reputation of these people by being a liar and not reviewing the games that they gave review codes that you got the review codes on. And you made sexual messages to a 16-year-old on Discord. Excuse me, fam. I need help on this before I post this, seriously. Properly apologizes to the ones you hurt. Don't make 3 posts evading a problem like what Zero did. Please help me. I'm a loss for words and I can't make a fucking statement. Oh my god, this dude. It just... Admit you did wrong and probably stay off the internet for some time. I'm gonna need some help. People are joining your server to make fun of you, by the way. Admit you did wrong and probably stay off the internet for some time. I'm going to, but I need help. Seriously, I'm too depressed to make a statement right now. I didn't see anything wrong with stealing those games, lol. The stealing the game part, okay? If you have a review code, first off, you have an agreement with the publisher, okay? One, you have an agreement with the publisher. If you steal these games review codes, they might potentially... and you didn't review the game at any point in time, they might potentially take the games off of you. That's one, but clearly they don't. And second, it's a breach of trust, clearly. That shows that you are untrustworthy. That shows that you are untrustworthy to work with any other people. And third, he's not just stealing games. He's stealing games and represent a website, okay? He's representing his friends' website, his co-worker's website, which he doesn't work in. He almost potentially ruined the reputation of these two because he's trying to present himself as a representative of this website, okay? He's essentially trying to get free games by using your credit card. And then this credit imagine some guy trying to get free games by using your credit card. That's how it is. Seriously, I'm too depressed to make a statement right now. Hey there, I'm sorry for what happened. I'm fine and currently getting help from someone in Tucson to help make a statement to address everything. I know it's hard for me to put into words, but hear me out. I know it's hard to forgive me after what I did, but honestly, I want to make sure that as many people as informed about this as possible. I think we have already informed enough. Sorry, fam. Yeah, this person is, yeah. This is the wildest fucking hoopla. It's just the dumbest shit. Don't steal games. I mean, if you're working on a website, okay, try to maintain a good relation. Actually, no. A lot of game publishers are fucking shit. So, yeah, at least for the indie ones, try to maintain a good relationship. Try to maintain a good trust with the indie publishers. The AAA publishers, yeah, they can be fucking scummy, but still. And now, let's get into the hoopla that I want to talk about in the previous video, but I can't talk about that video because, well, YouTube doesn't like me to talk about porn. Or at least the YouTube videos don't like me to talk about porn. So I'm going to talk about it on stream instead, where I don't monetize it, and it's going to be fully monetized only by you guys who donate to Streamlabs, which, by the way, Streamlabs, links down below. Anyway, Derpixen. Oh, by the way, Derpixen is a very famous animator who makes a lot of not safe for work animations. This guy was in Pornhub for a while, but after 2 weeks, the Pornhub account was deleted. They finally told him the reason why, and that's because they found some of the vids are problematic and considered unauthorized content. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, Pornhub is going full moral guardian to everybody. Yeah, Pornhub. Do you know the place where it pretty much tolerates a lot of porn that ranges from actual sex trafficking? that Pornhub was investigated for sex trafficking a while ago, and then there was also what was it called? There are actual child porn being posted in Pornhub. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. But this person over here drawing tentacle porn of completely fictional characters, yeah, that's not okay. For some reason, I'm just frustrated at anything because I know this will happen again over some stupid reason. Pornhub, of all places, is not even safe archive for not safe for work creators anymore. They recently even banned tags like tentacles, which even been a thing hentai is known for since forever. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can probably try to search for tentacles in Pornhub, but the results are not going to be as much. Which is strange because, again, you'd expect they have loads and loads of resources for it. I mean, tentacles is a very well-known genre in the hentai, but anyway. This, together with Twitter's shadow ban on not safe for work creators and other sites, very limiting guidelines, isn't helping out anyone at all. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's still worth it to be continuing this sort of thing. Sorry to be a downer, I'm sure this feeling will pass soon. But it gets worse. It gets worse. Sorry, not for Pornhub, but it gets worse to other sites as well. Patreon, for example. Patreon is now asking to be, we already talked about this previously, but for another artist, Patreon is now asking to remove all minor content from Pixiv, Twitter, and Pawoo, even if I don't have any direct links to their site. Seriously, this DM conversation is fucking insane. Check this out. Excuse me. Oh. Throat sore. Anyway, hi there. Thank you for making those initial changes to your page. However, in my investigation, I have found that your project is funding content that sexualizes minors on your other profiles, such as here hyperlink and here hyperlink. Our terms of use state that while your project is funded through Patreon, both your project and its content are subject to our terms and guidelines both on and off of Patreon. Wow. Wow, isn't that amazing? Oh yeah, that's a Patreon Trust and Safety Council. Or something along those lines. As such, content that sexualizes minors, like here and here, will need to be removed from your project both on and off of Patreon for your continued use of our platform. Please make these required changes and reply back once they're complete. I can then review your page again. So you see, this over here, ladies and gentlemen, this is Patreon being run by normies looking at these anime sorts of porn, these lolicon porns, and thought, oh my god, ew, why you should do that, that's horrible, etc., etc. And you should not do that because my morality or something along those lines. It's disgusting. I personally find it disgusting or something. But anyway, from last time I got suspended, Patreon themselves told me to remove any direct links towards Patreon from my webs. I followed their guideline and they unsuspended me, but now they, or at least able, revoked their previous direct suspension support and warned me to remove all content. Yep, it goes on and on and on. And on and on and on and on and on. But it's essentially the same point. As such, I kindly ask you to remove all content containing sexualized depictions of minors for your Pixiv and Pawoo profiles. Again, these are being run by normies who don't understand about this sort of stuff. They don't understand that this thing is just, it's really, it's just drawings. It's not harming anybody. It's much better than freaking Pornhub doing actual child trafficking. Actual child porn exists in Pornhub. Jesus. But it gets worse. Actually, not for that particular hoopla, but this. I have a list of lowly defenders, not many, but a few. I tried and failed to show them why it's wrong, so I'm gonna just leave it to you all. Okay, so you got a bunch of people. You block a bunch of people. You flex and you block a bunch of people. Good for you. Seize map. Wait, hold on. How can you be against lowly but pro map? That makes no sense. Just because I'm a map ally doesn't mean I have to support lowly in any way, shape, or form. How can you support map but not support lowly? How could Map is actual fucking pedophilia. Map is actual fucking pedophilia. But how can you support Map but not support Loli? It makes no fucking sense. Moving. Oh. Well, this chick has caused quite a lot of outrage. This chick caused the outrage on the on the blood donation thing, which I actually had direct confrontation. Not a direct confrontation, but I suppose indirect. I see the guy holding the sign of blood donation of featuring this particular anime girl, which I find very interesting. But this girl pissed so many people off on Twitter. She does not look her age in the slightest compared to the other characters in the series, and I hate that. It's a child with big tits, fuck Abomination. She looks like a kid. It goes on. It goes on. Hold on a second. There's another tweet that illustrates this point. I misplaced the order. Forgive me. This one. I mean, she looks 5. She was designed to look 5. Stop trying to play mental gymnastics with the fact that you're attracted to children. Excuse me, how does this look like a child? This does not look like a child. She's a short stack. Like, when I say underage, I don't mean like 15 to 18. I mean like under 10. This character clearly does not look like she's under 10. How fucked are your eyes that you think Uzaki is supposed to look like less than 10 years old? She's short and has a childlike face. Okay. For reference, this is a cosplayer, Kao Shibuya, who is 4'11", both short and has a young face. Now please stop talking. Yeah, because short adult women cannot have big tits. Don't make me top the sign. Okay, what is this? I, Ruby Rose, am 17. That means I am underage, a minor, not at the age of consent, cannot engage in sexual activities. Freaks who follow me for the lewd rape roleplay go away. It is illegal to sexualize minor, and cause I said so. Well, you just roleplayed as a fictional character, so good for you. I don't think many of you understand, but it's still illegal to sexualize a minor, fictional or not, because you are under the possession of child pornography. That is that's very legally gray. That's for up to another debate, but let's just say that it's still under legal gray area and it's not definitively child pornography. And again, no child are being harmed in the creation of this, so how can you constitute that as child pornography? And even if you constitute that as child pornography, like, there are many other cases of child pornography that are like literally much worse than this. Also, aging up minors to draw porn of them is gross as fuck. Guess no one should fuck you then. You used to be a fetus. Let me spell it for you. Misty in canon is always a minor. She's never portrayed as an adult. In canon. But she can be portrayed as not an adult in anything else. She is a child. Aging her up just to draw porn of her is the same as people counting down the days until Millie Bobby Brown or Billy turn 18 so they're legal. It's nasty as fuck. But they're real people though. Not, fictional characters. It doesn't matter. She's still depicted as a child in the show, thus making any adult still attracted to her now creepy as fuck. Okay, what's your point? Creepy as fuck. Okay, so yeah, that does make me angry and uncomfortable. Okay, so what's your point? You're angry and uncomfortable. That happens. I'm sorry. Welcome to the internet. Dude, that's not even remotely what I'm saying, and you know it. I'm saying that this is art. It's like if you took that photo of your girlfriend when she was like 10 and drew a sexy version of it when she was completely naked. It's fucking nasty. Misty is still a kid. Yeah, except her girlfriend, the girlfriend is a real person and Misty is not. How can this not... Okay, so you're a disgusting freak like I thought. Do you think a 13-year-old should be having sex? Do you think a 14-year-old should be having sex? Do you think that's right? Do you think that's genuinely okay? Literally completely devoid of any conversation of real world, but okay. I noticed you have Mamori and Usagi in your icon. When they first met in the manga, he was 17 and she was 14. Oh. Yeah, that's a big oof. Ooh, what is this? This I have to ask. Why is Nintendo allowing games like Waifu Uncovered on the Switch eShop? Huh? Nintendo allowed this? This? Nintendo is fucking base. That is absolutely base Nintendo. God bless Nintendo for allowing games like this. Why are games like this in Nintendo? Absolutely fucking base. King shit. Absolutely king shit on Nintendo. What is this? Seriously. Destroy the clothes, save the waifus. 8 beautiful maidens are under the threat of alien attack. Their lives and the fate of the world now rest in your hands. In this simple yet rewarding shoot 'em up, take command of multiple ship style, each balanced to a different play style, blah 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 blah. Meet 8 female characters presented in high quality, hand-drawn style. Undress your targets to save them from lethal infection. This is basically Galgun, isn't it? Which Galgun is also on Nintendo Switch. For a company that is so careful with maintaining a family-friendly image, it's strange to me that they're allowing stuff like this on their store. Welcome to current year Nintendo. They're lewd as fuck. I don't get this at all. Edit. And also to clarify, I'm not looking at it from a mature content viewpoint to learn of violence to sexualized characters. Obviously, Switch's games like Borderlands and Xenoblade 2. I am outraged and asking of I am outraged of asking it to be taken down. Sure. But my surprise comes from the fact that the literal point of the game, the entire gameplay loop, is blatant misogyny. Yeah, Galgun 2 also exists. Maybe you missed that. I find it funny how Nintendo went from overly controlling and limiting all releases to allowing basically everything. Isn't that fucking based? Having said that, I think it's hard to find a middle way when they used to check everything that severely hampered game releases, especially for indie developers, I guess. This way, we're getting lots of great indie content and games from smaller developers on Switch. I guess I prefer it this way. With parental settings, this should not be an issue, and I'm also really bothered the massive shovelware since it disappears from the best games. However, I would appreciate some stricter limitations for sexist games like this. Seriously? Because Nintendo does not have major problem with adult content in games, just because they don't use it in most of their games does not mean they will censor other devs. As long as the game is appropriately rated, why would Nintendo care? I'm not looking at it from a mature content viewpoint in terms of violence or sexualized characters. My surprise comes from the fact that in the literal point of the game, the entire gameplay loop is blatant misogyny. OP, go fuck yourself. I'm not looking for... I totally agree, and I think it's strange that over-sexualized misogynistic games seemingly get a free pass on this forum as long as it's just waifus. Really? I thought they got censored by the moderators, but okay. Thanks for bringing this to my attention, OP will buy. Grimjelv, somehow you are a base individual on this freaking insane site that is Reset Era. God, I am so fucking disgusted. Show me a similar game that allows you to do this to men and I'll level out. Show me a similar game that allow you to do this to men. I literally have 2 Otome games installed on my Switch. And there are a lot of Otome games on the Switch. Go ahead. Feel free. Browse them. It's all yours. But there's a sickening amount of games like this. Well, maybe it's from the fact that most gamers are just men. I don't know. And for this to be the movement of weirdos who want to fight back against censorship just to have games like this just turns my stomach. Seriously? Oh! Hey! I never thought that you're gonna be coming in again, but hey! Nice for you to come in and stop by and bring some more insanity to the stream. Oh, boomer. Assassin's Creed Valhalla video reveals gay Viking sex. Oh no! Them gays! Again, them gays! All of them freaking gays. Billy's at it again. Traitors of America. Gay holla, not my Vikings. Ubisoft made it known that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is gonna have plenty of gay Vikings, even though there was no medicine for AIDS back then and no treatment for HIV virus, thus making gay sex a dangerous and oftentimes life-threatening choice for homosexuals. Yeah, Billy, you also forgot to mention this very simple fact that no HIV or AIDS have ever been recorded in any parts of the Vikings era or any parts of the history at all until like very, very recently in the past millennia. Like, excuse me, Billy, but if you look at gays and you automatically mean and you automatically associate them with HIV, I think that's a very homophobic thing. Well, a new video clip is followed through with proving Ubisoft wasn't lying about adding a bunch of gay Vikings to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. So this guy gives citations to Billy, said HIV likely didn't start infecting humans until the 1900s, dude. So he's literally cited a study of tracing the origin and the history of the HIV-2 epidemic. Yeah, it doesn't start with the Vikings, let's just say that. And the Earth didn't start rotating until the sun, until Galileo come along. Are you really this dense? What? Wait, what I cited is an examination of HIV's genetic history. It supports the fact that HIV, like COVID-19, only recently started infecting humans, which would rule out Norsemen in 873 carrying it. Chances are the Norse, a culture very meticulous about personal hygiene, wouldn't see much difference in spread of the usual STDs of the era between straight and non-straight Norsemen. No, what you cited was a hypothesis based on theoretical genetic examination with no basis in actual empirical testing. In other words, you're wrong, I'm right. They only went back so far as scientific dating in the modern era. Your entire premise is flawed and incorrect. Isn't that amazing that Billy's reaction to being proved wrong is that you're wrong and incorrect? Jesus, Billy. Oh my god. Oh my god. How many Last of Us 2 fans are gonna have to endure? Naughty Dog is the best studio in the world for a reason. That is just... I know that's your opinion, but that is just objectively wrong. That is wrong. Your opinion is wrong. I'm sorry. Your opinion is wrong. It's because they understand if you want to be a champion, you better be willing to make the necessary sacrifices. Blood, sweat, and tears. Wow. All of that employee crunch being put, all of that pressure being put towards the employees, yeah. All of that. Necessary sacrifices. They know if they don't go extra miles, someone else will. It's like a championship winning sports team. Every player knows what is to be expected to compete at that level. To expect the entire team to put less in over one or two players is ridiculous. If you're not willing to be the best, don't try hang with the best. That would imply that Naughty Dog is the best, which... No. No, it's not. But, okay, what is this? Saw someone misgendering Naoto on a thread, so oh my god, we're doing this again. Saying Naoto is trans contradicts her entire character arc. Exactly. Facts. Persona 4 is a good game. Naoto is Shirogane is a trans man. Okay, 1, I agree. 2, wrong. 3, the writers fucked up his art. Bruh. Fam. No, fam, no. Her. All of these things can be true. It's okay, Persona 5. No. You're wrong on number 2. You're wrong on number 3. You may be right on number 1, but seriously. Jesus, so many freaking hooplas. So I'm just gonna end with a Meanwhile in Indonesia story. This is a bit of a more wholesome story for you guys. So, this guy over here, his name is Abhidharma. He is going around saving sick little kids around the street. Like, literally. He's going around the streets in Indonesia, saving all of those poor little kids who got sick and taking care of them and making sure that they're all healthy and make sure that they're all being taken care of, putting them in adoption centers or whatever. So, he got viral for a brief moment, and he's him just taking care of the kids. Taking care of all the cute kids, but even making houses for them. Isn't that freaking amazing? Just... absolute fucking king to this motherfucker. So I'm just gonna give an absolute blessing to you. God bless you, dude. I hopefully you have brought such happiness, such hope for the absolute craziness that is happening around mankind. You have brought so many freaking hope in so many people. God bless you. God bless that kid who saved his sister as well. God bless you all. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this stream. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining in the stream. My throat is freaking sore for talking way too much, and I mean sore as fuck. And I have to talk a lot because this new microphone is surprisingly not as sensitive as I thought. Thank you so much for joining in the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for the donations. There's not really a lot of donation, but regardless, thank you so much for the donations anyway. It's been great stream. Absolutely amazing stream. Absolutely enjoyable stream. Goddamn. What else I need to say? It's a great stream. Lots of hooplas, and I cannot wait for the next stream to happen in the next week. Don't know what's gonna happen, but it's probably gonna be more and more hooplas. So anyway, thank you so much for joining in the stream. I will see you guys on the next stream at the same time in the next week. Come on, music. Take care.